for example. Matt Stafford's always been a baller. He's always been considered a baller. But when I bring up how he had no success, everybody says, but he played in Detroit. But it was Detroit. You got to take away some points, because it was Detroit. Trevor
Mm-hmm.
Lawrence went to a shitty franchise too. You know what I mean? That is just now starting to turn it around. You know what I mean? They had the run, of Saxonville. They had that
Mm-hmm.
1 year, and then outside of that, Jacksonville has been pretty inept over the years. You know what I mean? So like,
Right.
so it goes back to my whole. People have criticism one way, but don't want to keep it consistent. You know what I mean? Like if a
Mm-hmm.
quarterback goes to a shitty franchise and he doesn't, I don't know what the expectation is. Like what are people wanting from Trevor Lawrence that because a lot of people didn't complain when Kyler Murray got his money. You know what I mean? People didn't complain.
Mm,
Nah, people didn't complain. You might have had a onesie twosie, but it wasn't like the whole football world was like, yo, what's happening? Or like, you know what I mean? The hot box, if it existed then, wasn't probably like, yo, why is this dude getting paid? You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, well, look, I get it. Like, the especially with the Matt Stafford stuff, but it's like every major platform has crunched some type of number and compared Trevor Lawrence to guys like Danny Dimes, to guys like we've even put the side by side of their first 3 years together of him and Kyler Murray.
which
Then
is a
there's
problem.
people who's done the side by side of Blake Bortles, even the likes of a Gardner Minshew. Like all of these people have comparable numbers in their first three
Which
seasons with
is
Trevor
which is
Lawrence.
the problem. Like not to
And
sound like I don't want to sound like LA our way. I don't want to sound like LA our way, but like
Mhm.
context though. Like anybody can pull up numbers to say anything.
But do y'all want us to be like Trevor Lawrence was in a bad situation, but it's like Daniel Jones was throwing to Isaiah Hodges
He
and Kenny
was.
Galladay's.
He was, but there's a big difference though. The big difference is Daniel Dimes had
Won a
Dante
playoff game.
Culpepper. No, he had Dante Culpepper like fumbles. You know what I mean? Like he had turnovers. Like that wasn't. It wasn't that he was in a bad situation. It was that he couldn't hold on to the ball. It was that he hasn't even thrown 25 touchdowns in a season yet. 25. He hasn't thrown 25 touchdowns in a season yet. You know what I mean? And yes, he has a playoff win. But I'm gonna tell you the same thing you told me. Because I said, yo, Trevor Lawrence won a playoff game, and you said, so?
I'm
So
just
why
saying,
da-
bro.
so
I
why
mean,
does
I
Daniel
don't even
Jones
call
get
that a
credit?
so.
No, you do,
That's not
because
even a so to me.
you do. Every time we bring up Trevor Lawrence playoff win, the first thing y'all say is, no, the Chargers just Chargered it. No, the Chargers gave it away. No,
I
he
mean,
didn't.
they
You know what I
charged
mean?
they for one. I mean, they charging
No,
it,
but
bro.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying though. If you're gonna give one credit for a playoff win, you got to give both credit for a playoff win. And
Well, the
you
Vikings
in
didn't.
particular, but you in particular are Mr. Quarterback record. So you know what I mean. So
Just
like
saying, bro.
so Trevor Lawrence playoff record is 1-1. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean. Kyler Murray's 0-1. Herbert 0-1. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jones, I believe, is 1-1. So I
Come on,
mean,
bro.
like I don't. Tua hasn't won
What's
a
Blake
playoff
Bortles'
game
record in
yet.
his first 3 seasons?
Tua hasn't won a playoff yet. But that's the problem is that you can't convince me that Blake Bortles was the reason that that team was winning with playoff games. He just happened to be the quarterback for that team.
He was a quarterback, but so somebody has there has to be something where it's like, either guy A wasn't that bad or guy B isn't that what we think he is.
Yeah, but that's all I'm asking for. You could feel how you feel. I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm not trying to convince you that the way that 2-5 feels is the correct way. I'm just saying apply the logic across the board. Don't make exceptions and be like, I'm gonna use this here and not there, or I'm gonna give this person credit for a playoff win, but then I'm gonna be like, nah, this person's playoff win doesn't matter, or whatever. Like, just keep it funky.
Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Daniel Jones.
What's Matt Jones play? What's Matt Jones playoff record? 0-1.
Didn't we win a jump?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I don't know that.
Um,
I don't know that for sure. That's why I wanted to make sure.
I could have sworn we won a jump with Mac Jones. No, Mac Jones is on one. Our first
No,
game
y'all
was at
lost to
Buffalo.
Buffalo, right? Yeah,
I thought that was a. I didn't think that was a wild card though. I
yeah.
thought
Y'all
that was
got
a
the wagon
divisional
circled
round.
on y'all.
Oh my god, that was the fucking wild card, man. Yeah, so Mac
I
Jones
remember. I
on
feel like
one.
that was a blowout too.
It was definitely a blowout. It was most certainly a blowout. We ran into a buzzsaw that year. It was absolutely
Definitely.
horrible.
But
So
see, but that's where the context matters, because when you look at somebody like Blake Bortles, for example, you know what I mean. The first thing when we talk about that Jacksonville team, until tonight, what I'm saying? Until tonight, we just know them as Saxonville. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We don't know them as Blake Bortles, and you know what I mean? And even with that being said, they were what, 5 minutes away from making a Super Bowl?
yes they were.
You, you know what I mean? But it wasn't because of Blake Bortles, but you're going to give Blake Bortles that credit as being the dude that was on the field.
This man, Blake Bortles, wow. First season 3 wins, second season 5 wins, third season 3 wins, then the 1-10-6 AFC Championship season.
And then he's never been heard from again. And that's what
He
I'm
threw
saying. So
35
that,
touchdowns in a season.
yeah, Daniel Jones, say hasn't done that. Herbert
So can
hasn't
you
done that.
can you see Daniel Jones bouncing back with what seems like all world talent at wide receiver? Jalen Hyatt, Malik Neighbors, Isaiah Hodges. We know Darren Waller's retiring, unfortunately.
Right.
I don't think they'll
Uh,
be leaning on the run game with Devin Singletary. So I think they are going to be turning the offense over to Daniel Jones, who they just paid.
I don't see it. He's turnover prone. He's injury prone. You know what I mean? Saquon was the majority of their offense. I do like Brian Dayball. I
Hmm.
do like Mike Kafka. So I think he has the coaching in place to where we should be able to see some kind of marginal improvement. And like you said, I like both of those receivers. So he at least has that going for him. The Giants offensive line I still don't think is very good. So that's going to be another problem. And so what makes Daniel Jones, I guess, better, or gives people hope, is that he has the legs as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Vanilla
So
Vic.
that, right. So that's where I think the people that see whatever they see in Daniel Jones, he's shown the ability and he's shown heart, and people just
If
run with
anything.
that. Yeah, people just run with that, and they think that. But when you look at it, he's been in the league now. This ain't his second year. This ain't his
It's gonna be
third
his sixth
year.
season.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I think that for the most part, unfortunately, I think that for the most part, most quarterbacks are what they are by this point. Like,
Damn.
there ain't many Rich Gannons out there that
I was about to
just,
say I was gonna be the first person.
yeah, there's not many of them that happens with. You know what I mean? Now, if Daniel Jones goes to another team at some point, maybe that fresh start, some new personnel, maybe you can salvage something. But as the Giants are, I just don't see it.
How did they make the playoffs with a quarterback that only had 15 passing touchdowns?
because their defense was playing well and Saquon was playing well, but he's the quarterback, so
15.
you know what I mean. We don't keep
I mean,
records.
15 passing touchdowns, but he only had five
Five
interceptions.
interceptions, yeah, you know what I mean. But that's what I'm saying though. Like if you had told me Trevor Lawrence had 15 touchdowns in a season, you know what I'm saying, then I would be like, ugh. So like, so now you already know that you disrespecting Trevor Lawrence. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I get all that. Like, no, it can't pass for 25 touchdowns in a season. Like, okay, blah 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 blah. It's like all these numbers, but it's like what's still the results are still comparable. Like, it's not like he again. Trevor Lawrence has only thrown 25 touchdowns one time.
Hmm.
Like his
Hmm.
rookie season, we already know the 3-14 campaign. It was bad. More
Right.
interceptions than touchdowns,
Right.
but still. Last year, 21
Which
touchdowns,
happens.
14 interceptions.
Yeah, and that was something that Mr. Logical and I always talked about, because I think it was week 8 or 9. It was something along those lines. And we were like, yo, this dude doesn't even have 10 touchdowns yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we had that conversation because Kirk Cousins before the injury was ahead of everybody, and we were waiting for Trevor Lawrence. But then, like I said, Trevor Lawrence also, thank you, got hurt last year, where I felt he shouldn't have played against Cleveland, especially with
Hmm.
Miles Garrett bearing down on you. He shouldn't have played that game. They were fresh. They were like in charge of their division at that point. Then they lost, so then they had to play him against Tampa without any rest, and then Tampa beat them up, and then obviously they lost at the end to Tennessee. But those last 3 4 games of the season, he just wasn't right.
No, most definitely. And again, I'm not a Trevor Lawrence knocker. Okay. I don't knock Trevor Lawrence at all. Um, I just don't think that there is a Herbert got his contract already, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I don't think so. So for the record, I don't think anybody's worth that money. Anybody. You know what I'm saying? Not even Mahomes. I don't think anybody's worth that money because you could use that money and just gear up other places. You know what I mean? And that's the thing about the NFL. We were talking about Justin Jefferson the other day, and talking about paying Jamar Chase and Ayuk and all these receivers, CeeDee Lamb. And I made the comment about, yeah, how many of those receivers have won Super Bowls? Like as far as not those individual receivers, but just
Right.
meaning those elite type receivers. Like you don't need that to win a Super Bowl, and that's where your GM comes in because you have to be smart and make the right moves. Because even with Mahomes, you still need a Nick Bolton or you need a McDuffie, you need a Chris Jones, you needed a
Yeah,
Snead.
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Because
And
Nick
that's the
Bolton came out
problem.
of nowhere.
And
Nah, yeah, Nick
realistically,
Bolton stuff.
and realistically, he was a blown call away from being Super Bowl MVP against Philly.
Come on, bro.
You know what I mean? So like, how many Super Bowls Peyton Manning got? Two, and
Two
only
of them.
one of them. Row.
What's good, my
Pass
brothers,
Nation,
man?
Romy
My
Row.
nigga, my boy 2-5 over there go left,
Yes,
thought he was
sir.
Southpaw. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right. You
I
know
had
what
to
I'm
come up
saying?
here because I know you up here dropping some little bombs and they're gonna keep it moving. You know how you
Oh
do.
yeah, you know how I do it. You know what I'm saying? But looking at it, right? So like Tom Brady obviously got 7. Montana's got 4. Mahomes has 3 now. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Outside of that, Peyton Manning's got 2, and one of those was on the back of Denver's defense. You know what I mean? So like every Aaron Rodgers got 1. Drew Brees got one. Brett Favre got one. Marino has
Mhm.
zero. Jim Kelly has zero. So, like, you don't necessarily need the best of the best quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl. The problem is that you give somebody like Trevor Lawrence all this money, and now next year, what you gonna do about Josh Allen? And I don't mean Buffalo Josh Allen, but because if I
Yeah,
remember
the
correctly,
pass rusher. Yeah.
Jacksonville franchised their Josh Allen. So you know what I mean. Now that you done gave Trevor Lawrence 55 mils, what you gonna do with Josh Allen next year? You probably gotta let him go. You know what I mean? So then the defense is gonna suffer, or whatever, because you ain't gonna replace him just like that. They start losing games, and then people like you gonna say, "See, Trevor Lawrence can't win," and I'm gonna say, "Well, because they had to give up Josh Allen," and then you gonna say, "No, no, 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 no," and then we gonna be back in the circle.
Well, the Chargers are about to. They're about to offload Bosa, and I think they should offload Khalil Mack, because even though
Hmm.
Khalil Mack was, when he had like what 11 sacks, 12 sacks last year, I think everybody forgot that he had like 6 in 1 game.
Yep.
So it was just like Khalil Mack really hasn't been as impactful. Khalil Mack really hasn't been impactful since Mitchell Trubisky was a quarterback of the Chicago Bears.
I'm
So
glad
it's
you
like,
said it. Like, God damn, speak the elephant in the room. Like,
bro,
shit.
Khalil Mack,
Khalil
Khalil
Mack
Mack
has
ain't
been
been hitting that
overrated for like
shit
the last 4 seasons, bro. Like, if
straight
he
up.
ain't hurt, he ain't doing nothing. Like, so he ain't been good since Mitch bitch.
Hell
He
yeah,
lazy. He don't have that motor.
I know.
bro.
But he
All
getting
yeah,
paid like he got the motor.
bro, for real has only had like one good season, and I
You
think that
know
was
what?
in Oakland.
Yeah.
I wish LAR Wade was here because he would appreciate this. Like the difference between Aaron Donald and Khalil Mack is like the difference between Kobe and T Mac.
Damn,
Like
hell
one of
yeah,
them
'cause
just
one person gonna show up
constantly works.
consistently.
Yeah.
So Rumi wrote the question earlier was is Trevor Lawrence a franchise quarterback? Would you have given him the 55 M's?
Yeah, I kind of heard what 2-5 was saying. He was like, based on that, think that nobody kind of deserve that type of money. I kind of feel him on that, but it's just kind of like this is where we are now in today's age, where it's just like the bag's just gonna keep going up, whether the person
Uh-huh.
deserves it or not. It's just a matter of you playing the right position, your contract's up at the right time. As far as he being a franchise quarterback, I mean, what year is this for him? Is this his fourth season?
This is gonna be his fourth one coming up when the season
Fourth one
starts. Yeah,
coming up. I mean, you still got to give it time. I mean, I still think he's a franchise quarterback. I mean, trying to pick a franchise quarterback is really hard. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody don't pan out. You got some good, some don't. I mean, like I said, it's fourth year. Like people like Mahomes and Brady, who was able to get rings within like their first 2, 3 seasons, they kind of spoiled for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at history,
Hmm.
a lot of people don't really start really winning championships really until like their sixth, seventh season in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes
hmm
time. Like and if they just go say, let's just say they dump Trevor Lawrence and they try to trade for him. People go and draft the pick. Who you gonna really try to get Shador? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nobody be looking in the draft to be saying, oh, he gonna guarantee he's gonna be the next guy for us. You know what I'm saying? So,
You,
no,
you,
I
you know
definitely
what's
feel you.
funny?
I
I
think
just
he
thought
deserved
about
it. You know.
you know what's funny? I just thought about this as you were saying that, bro. And I ain't trying to start no drama. I ain't trying
Here
to
you
start no
come. Here
drama.
you go.
You know what I'm saying? But think about it like this: Jason Tatum about to get offered a bigger contract than Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP and the Finals MVP.
It's
You
all
know what I'm
about
saying?
timing. It's all
It's
about the
all about
timing.
timing. That's all it is.
But can
Hey,
you see Jalen Brown throwing a wrench in the whole operation and saying,
No,
"I want to
nah,
restructure"?
nah.
no.
Now we get 300 M's. Nah. And you just had the season you had, like you said, your East Conference Finals, your Finals MVP. You're good. Even with the tax that you are getting taxed, you're still probably getting 250, 245. You know what I'm saying? Like like you said, it doesn't matter what the contract come up. I mean, you're not gonna be the highest paid for long. There's gonna be somebody. Even when Tatum gets his money this year, it's gonna be
Yeah,
somebody coming up next after him.
Luca's coming up.
Right there, you go. So Luca gonna be
Is
getting that bag.
with Luca getting the bag? I mean, does that mean Kyrie's gonna be gone?
No.
Nah, nah. I think they're gonna try to keep that two-headed monster for the most part. It's just a
No,
matter.
because they got that dude. What's his name? Nico. Nico Harrison.
Nico, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
word.
as long as he's in Dallas, Kyrie's good.
Mm,
So with Jason Tatum about to be getting paid, that should restore the balance in Boston, right? Just like, okay, we can all calm down now. Brown's not the highest paid guy anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can just let all this go. And or is it, well, they had to pay Tatum. There was no option.
mhm.
I say
Right.
yes, just because they won the ring.
Yeah, winning carries a lot of things.
Yeah, if they didn't win this title, I would wonder about that.
Yeah, I could agree. But think about it, that's what makes Boston so scary is that their two stars are so young. You know what I'm saying? Then the role players around them are still, I mean, outside of Drew Holiday, I mean, Derek White is still young, a young, you know what I'm saying? He's not that old. Porzingis is not that old. You know what I'm saying? Like, they still got a pretty good core team, and everybody's under contract for at least the next 2 seasons
Hmm.
for the most part. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a
So,
fact.
the East they got some, well, not even, yeah, the East got some problems, honestly. I mean, but Boston was running through the East for the last 6 seasons, honestly, if you ask me.
Right.
Even with a
And
healthy
it
Embiid.
feels, yeah, bro.
It's the same,
Like
like, Embiid. I don't know why Embiid be talking junk. Like, bro, when you healthy, you can't beat Boston. Like, like,
I.
like,
So
let's be real. Like,
I feel like at this point, the only thing that's going to stop Boston is a major injury
right, right.
just their legs being tired at some point.
Yeah, that does play a part in it. When you play into June every year, yeah, that shit does add up.
And
And
it's
Yeah.
crazy because just like Rose said, it's like, yo, we've been running through the East. We've been the best East team for the last 6 or 7 years, but it's like we've only been to the finals twice. It's like we've only really beat ourselves or those times where we ran into just great teams. Milwaukee, the year that they won it, or to 2-5's point, I mean, were they really that great? But whatever the case may be, um, we had to lose to them and we lost to a Warriors team. So it's like
hmm
I'm just glad that we were able to get over the hump. I'm glad we was able to make it do what it do.
yeah, it was about time for y'all. It was about time. Like I said, yeah, I finally had to get over
Whatever. Fuck all
that
that.
threshold.
Speaking of my cousin Abu, thank you for mentioning this so much. What do we make of the hiring of JJ Redick?
All right, so
Get it, liquor fan.
Lakers
I was
fan,
about to say my dog Ruby.
from a Lakers fan, I mean, in the beginning, I wasn't. I'm honestly, I wasn't. I'm gonna put it. I don't like when people are kind of calling the shots before it happens. So like when people first are saying like, oh well, they getting the podcast and all it's just basically just to get JJ to be the next head coach. And I didn't want to believe it. I'm like, nah, ain't that sure enough? Come around, but it just falls right into place. So I'm not gonna say I'm mad at it. I mean, JJ is his IQ was like I said in the chat. His IQ was really good. I mean, he's been commentating the game, so he's actually been watching this new era of basketball. He's not like he's an old fart, you know what I'm saying? So he's definitely probably a player's coach that can really, you know, um, get the best out of guys. At the end of the day, if you look at the last few head coaches that's won the title. I mean, has any of them had a really strong resume? Did anybody see Budenholzer being a great head coach when he first got hired? Did people see Joe Mazzulla being a great coach when he first got hired? I mean, it's just a matter of you get put in the right system sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody thought Monty Williams was a great coach. Then he got to Detroit, and now it almost looked like he was trash. Now then he got fired after 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Now he looking for a job again. So it's like at the end of the day, it all comes down to if your players buy into you and if you know your players are executing whatever you put out there. And sometimes it just come down to the players after that. The coach only gonna do but so much. He only can draw so many X's and O's. At the end of the day, it come down to the players. I could probably name all the coaches in the league, and you probably say maybe three of them are probably like really great coaches. I mean, you say Eric Spoelstra is a great coach, but they haven't won a championship since 2014, since
Hmm.
Barnes left. So I look
2013.
at it
Yep.
like, well, how good of a coach is he? I don't reward people just getting somewhere and losing. That's not me. I don't care about.
I,
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's not me, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not
I
about
was
to
about to
keep
say it
paying
up at
you.
2-5.
I'm
You know,
not
I gotta
paying you to
open it.
be
I
the
gotta open it
7th.
up 2-5.
I'm
Hey,
being
Man.
real,
Roomy
bro. Let's be
Road. You
real.
know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not paying you to be
Hey,
a
we
7th. a seventh, eighth
Hey,
seed every year, bro. Like Miami has never been the one seed
hey,
since he left. That's just an example.
hey,
I mean, not talking. We're not saying
hey,
talking about the Heat. I'm just giving an example. I'm just saying what the narratives out there. Like that's what they
hey.
say.
Did you watch Around the Horn back in the day,
What what's his name?
like with Tony
Jim.
Reale, Stat Boy, and all
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, so let me get my Woody Page on real quick.
Oh shit.
See, I gotta set you straight. You know what I'm
My
saying?
man put out
so,
Woody Page.
so first of all, let me address Cups' cousin real quick. The Lakers don't deserve shit. You know what I'm saying? That's
Lakers
first
so
and
much.
foremost. That's first and foremost. You know what I mean? Second of all, I think JJ Redick's going to be a good coach. But I think it's going to take a few years because you still got the albatross in the room. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That nothing is going to go down unless he say it's going down. You know, that's
I mean,
first and
but you know,
foremost. You
Darvin
got
Ham did a decent job. He got us to Western Conference Finals. You know,
no,
at least.
but second of all, hold on. I'm setting you straight. Second of all, yes, Miami was an 8 seed. Yes, Miami was in the play-in, and they still made the NBA Finals.
But did what happened? Did they lose?
It don't matter because
It
this is
does.
the.
Gotta get
It
no.
doesn't because this is the LeBron era, and I was told that making the finals is good enough because not everybody can win. That's what I
I'm
was told.
I'm telling you, as I'm if I'm the owner, I'm just telling you, like if I'm paying you for 7, 8 years, now I ain't got no champ, I ain't got nothing to show for my where's my return on my investment? That's what I'm saying.
And you know what I'm
Come
gonna
on,
tell
bro.
you? I got your ass to the finals with these rosters. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
So it's almost the same
Uh,
thing with Pittsburgh and Mike Tomlin. I mean, it's so much dust on that
It
trophy. You
is.
gotta
It
wipe
really
it off.
is.
You gotta get some Windex, man. You know what I'm
It
saying?
really
Like
is. But at the same time, with Mike Tomlin, my whole thing about it is the Steelers have not set him up for success in that way. But can you win one playoff game in 6 years? I ain't asking you to win the Super Bowl, but can you not go 7, 8 years without a playoff win?
so
You know
my
what I
so
mean?
2-5, you mean to tell me as Mike Tomlin, as long as he's been there as the head coach, so it's really just like he has no input on what players that they're selecting. The GM just picking these players and he's like, hey, you take these guys and you make it do what it do.
I would I
It's
would say yes. I would say yes. I believe that because the Steelers are one of those traditional franchises. You
mhm.
know what I mean? They're not that dissimilar to the Packers. You know,
Okay. So,
except for the Packers actually. Well, I guess the Steelers are making free agent moves now. They normally don't, but
mhm.
you know, but let me get back to the Lakers real quick.
Yeah,
But
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
as far as the Lakers go, you know, I think it's a good hire. I saw Kendrick Perkins earlier today say that he thinks AD is going to ask for a trade at some point
hmm.
because he doesn't think AD was on board with this. But I think that the problem with the Lakers is that they're relying on too many like it doesn't matter who the coach is as long as Palinka does the things that he does. You know what I mean? Like so Palinka's the problem. He's got to go. So as long as he's there, as long as LeBron's there, we just go, well, not me. I'm gonna be happy, but y'all gonna be disappointed every year. And I mean, at the end of the day, like it doesn't move any needles.
I hate
I
to
mean,
ask this, but I have to. I hate to ask this, but I have to. Was this a LeBron hire?
No,
yeah. I mean, he definitely.
partially.
I mean, we'll put it this way: the reports is what I heard is that AD had input, but LeBron didn't have input, which we all know was probably bullshit. I mean, how the hell you gonna hire a head coach that don't think the star player on the team is not gonna have no input? Let's just be real. I mean, he only got Braun got probably 2, 3 seasons left, so you might as well give him his last few wishes. He did get your championship, whatever you want to call it, bubble this, asterisk on that. It's a championship. Y'all got a ring for it. You know what I mean? So he did bring that to you. So I mean, before LeBron got there, let's just be real. Lakers been a shit show. I mean, outside of the last championship that Kobe won in 2010, the last 6 years Kobe won't hit no shit. Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to talk about, let's just be technical. LeBron came to Lakers and put the light back on the Lakers. Lakers have kind of been in the
Right.
bottom half for the last 10 years. So everything Lakers
So,
do from 2020 moving forward has been great. So I ain't knocking it. You know what I'm saying?
so the way that I understood it, the way that I've heard it explained, is that Genie really wanted Dan Hurley, and you know there
Mhm.
were other people within the organization that wanted JJ Redick. So I think that LeBron obviously vouched for JJ Redick. I don't know if he just went up in there and was like, "Yo, I want JJ." I think they probably said, "What do you think about JJ?" And Braun was like, "Yo, I respect this dude's mind. Like, I think his future is bright." You know what I'm saying? So even if he didn't say, "I want this dude," it was kind of implied that he would be okay with it.
I ain't gonna lie, to you, I think the whole Dan Hurley and Lakers thing was all just smoke screen. Just after I heard the numbers, and you look at the Lakers' history, Lakers ain't never offered no head coach no 70 million. Like that just ain't happening. So for them to offer a college coach 70 million, this didn't sound right to me. I just thought
How
that was
many
smoke
how
screen.
many of the head coaches that they hired were coming off of back-to-back titles?
Yeah, that's a college though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. I mean, I get what you're saying though, but I'm just saying, look, and even when they paid Phil, they still was lowballing Phil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it never
Well,
was
they
a
could
really.
have because Phil was banging the owner.
Ha!
Well, I'm just saying though, if you just
You
look
know
at the
what I'm
history going
saying?
all the way back to damn near when fucking what's his name, Pat Riley was coaching them. You know, man, like they just never was high paying.
Yo, she banned the logo over Phil Jackson, man. Like,
So
no, but Pat Riley's different though. You got to remember, like Pat Riley got hired like middle of a
right,
season,
right.
had no head coaching experience at all. So like, and it was like 1982 or 83 or something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
dudes weren't getting that type of money back then anyway. You know what I mean? So Phil's a good example though, but I think the rest of the hires that they've made have been trash for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mike Brown has a good name just because he was associated with LeBron. But back when the Lakers hired him, nobody was thinking of Mike Brown as
Mm-hmm.
a great coach. Mike D'Antoni, Kobe got rid of him after like a week.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you guys envision this potentially? Does this have the potential to end as badly as the Steve Nash era, or will LeBron not allow a media firestorm like that?
I don't think LeBron would allow a media firestorm like that. For starters, I think JJ Redick has a bigger backbone than Steve Nash. Um, Steve Nash. I mean, he really, he had three big time egos. You got Kevin Durant, James Harden, and what's his name, Kyrie. And I think he just had bit out too much he could chew for a first head coach job to have taken on that many veterans. I think it was too much for him. JJ, I feel like being that he has a relationship with LeBron already, kind of like off the court, and LeBron is at the age that he's at, I mean, LeBron doesn't need much coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you put people in the right position, it's mostly for the other people, I should say. It ain't really the star players, it's mostly for the other nine
Hmm.
players on the bench. You know what I mean? But the media's going to make it out to what it's going to be. If the Lakers go on a 3-game, 4-game losing streak, they always say, oh, time to fire JJ Redick. You know what I'm saying? But if they go on a 10-game winning streak, oh, JJ Redick, best coach. You know what I'm saying? If they go to the West Conference Finals the first year, oh, he's the best coach, and you know what I'm saying? The best hire they made. So it's just going to
Right.
flip week to week.
2-5, what you
100%.
got?
Yeah, no, I agree with most of what Rose said. I think that at the end of the day, JJ Redick has an advantage that Steve Nash didn't have, being that he was in the broadcast booth and he was watching a lot of these play. Like Steve Nash literally came out of nowhere. Like I have no idea what Steve
Mm.
Nash was doing before he became Brooklyn's coach.
I think he was
JJ
a personal
Redick had,
trainer.
you know, that's
Really?
cute.
No, I'm
You know,
serious.
Oh.
but JJ Redick was courtside, like he was watching these dudes, so I'm sure like he brings a certain scouting report type edge, or he understands tendencies and things like that in a way that Steve Nash couldn't. So I
I
think
agree with that.
because I mean even when you look at Jason Kidd, right? Um, when I was looking at this finals, that was one of my big takeaways was like this is a point guard that can't establish an offensive system.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't think JJ is going to have any problems like that. I'm looking to see Austin Reeves' agent is already crowing about it and talking about we're going to see an Austin Reeves that we've never seen before. So I think it's going to go well. I mean, this is a team that won 47 or so games this year. The only reason they were in the play-in is because the West was so stacked.
You ain't lying. Like that record on
You,
the East, we probably been like the fourth seed, third seed.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. So, and I mean, and think about it. I mean, they got swept by the Nuggets last year, but that was what there were like two games in that series that the Lakers could have won. They blew
mm,
leads or something to that effect. This year, they blew leads in every game that the Nuggets
every
won in the
game.
series. So,
Exactly.
so, so I mean, they're not that far away considering that the Nuggets won the title the first year that we're talking about. You know what I
Mm.
mean? They're not that far away. So JJ Redick should definitely be at least more creative offensively than Darvin Ham was.
So, do you really feel like Jason Kidd can establish an offensive system, or do you feel like Luka Doncic is just a rogue player?
I think Jason Kidd is not a good coach.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think they didn't. Honestly, I think it starts from Mark Cuban when they first drafted Luca. They let Luca just kind of be whatever it is, and nobody nip that all that whining and boohoo crying that he does. And it's like if you don't break a habit when the first player first gets into the league, and now he's been doing this for the past 4, 5, 6 seasons, he's not going to change. And so Jason
Mhm.
Kidd just kind of let him do what he do, and I don't understand that part. That's the part I think about basketball that really irks my soul is that they give the players so much power to the point where it's like if me and you, if I'm the coach and you the player, and we have a disagreement, and you got a good ownership, good relationship with the owner, you just go up to the owner like I don't like this coach, and next you know I'm fired. That's what they with Milwaukee. Giannis done got what 3 coaches fired since he been there.
Uh-huh.
So
Because I mean,
that's part of it.
in basketball, I kind of feel like the way that the teams can be so star driven. Well, not even the teams, the way that any team is set up. That if you have a good or above average player, that they could really control the entire game. And the way that basketball is centralized is it makes me think of the quarterback position in college. It's like if you have a quarterback that can either drop back and throw it 30 yards down the field, or he could just as effectively tuck and run it. I have no problem putting the ball in my quarterback's hands every down, and letting him decide if he want to pass it or run with the jump, and then just run the football to keep it honest. I feel like with basketball, if you have players just like Luka Doncic or players like Giannis or LeBron, it's like how can you tell them, bro, we gotta switch it up. You are all world talent, but we gotta switch it up.
So the only thing I can say, like, I'll give Jason Kidd credit that his teams are usually good defensively. Um, but going to what you just said,
Mm,
this is my takeaway from it. That question is relevant games 1 through 82. Maybe even through some of the playoffs. But once we hit the NBA finals, like it's time for you to do whatever it takes to win.
Right.
And if I shouldn't even have to have that conversation with you on that level to be like, I should be able to just say, hey, look, guys, we're down 2-0. I want to tweak something. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. I shouldn't convince you. I shouldn't have to convince you. We're down 2-0 already. You know what I
right,
mean? So like in my eyes, I'm like, hey, you know what? We gonna let Kyrie initiate this offense just a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like these big ass dudes, these 7 footers that we got,
Mm-hmm.
y'all gonna put y'all asses on somebody just a little bit more. You
Mm-hmm.
right.
know, um,
Yo, Diddy.
I got shooters on the bench. I gotta play them for 5 minutes. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Just to see if we can get a spark. If it don't work, then we come right back out. But I gotta try. Like, and that's where I feel that these coaches try to make such massive changes at one time. Like you may have to do it incrementally, and something may have to work first, and now you have credibility versus just being like, Luca, stop doing what you're doing, especially
Mm-hmm.
when against Boston, for example. I mean, hell, the first 2 games of that series, Luca was the only dude that hit more than one 3-pointer.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So that's going to be hard to be like, yo, Luca, we need to do this because he like, yo, I'm the only one that showed up.
Mm-hmm.
For real. Just fucking coach Tim Hardaway over there. Don't coach me.
Yeah, so I can understand that to some degree, but then you look at people like James Harden, for example, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, if I'm James Harden's coach, I'm looking at him like, how long you been in the NBA? And what's the result every year?
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Luca's still what, year 4 or 5? Maybe six.
Yeah.
six. I
You,
think six.
yeah. So like, he still hasn't got his big contract yet. So, for all intents and purposes, he's young. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
But a dude like James Harden or Paul George or somebody like that, I'm like, dude, you've been doing it your way for how long? And it's got you what? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? If you gonna fire me after that, then I just tell the owner, you know what? You're gonna be firing the next coach too.
My only issue is with the way that the Mavericks got to the finals was Luca still kind of doing the same shit with his isolation. I mean, granted, certain series they did play a little bit more team ball, but I don't think Luka's going to change his game next year and be like more of a facilitator or things of that nature, like getting his teammates more involved. And that'd be the biggest issue is like being a role player is hard with playing with a real dominant star like a Luka. Luka,
Right.
he's not like his passing ability is as good as LeBron or Kyrie. He can pass a little bit, but he's not that good. So when he has the balls, like the rest of the guys already know, well, he about to dribble the ball for at least 12 seconds,
He Luca
easy.
passes it because he has to.
Exactly. By that time, it's like, bro, you want to give me 3 seconds? All I can do is just shoot it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like, so that, and I think that's the Mavericks' biggest issue is that Luca play this ISO ball.
Well, the
And
problem is, so when we think about football,
mhm,
you think opponent based, right? So if I'm playing Baltimore, this is my game plan
mhm,
because they have this player, we ain't running towards him,
right,
or we got to double him, or whatever it might be, But next week we're playing, the Raiders. We don't have that threat,
right,
whatever. Whereas with the NBA, the whole object of the game is I gotta outshoot you. You know what I mean? But the problem is you're going up against Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, Derek White, Drew Holiday, Porzingis,
mhm,
Pritchard, Hauser, Horford. You ain't out shooting nobody.
mhm,
Yeah.
So where's your game plan? And
right,
and 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 that's where like these coaches get in trouble because they just do what I mean it got you to the finals, I guess, but they just do what they do and they don't generally make
you're right. They
like
don't
your
adjust.
example. Yeah, your example of an adjustment is, hey, Jason Tatum's got 20 at halftime. Let me put somebody else on him. That's your adjustment.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Versus being like, let's deny this dude the ball in the first place.
pick him up full court or something, trap him or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. And that's what I brought up to Raph. Like when we were talking about the series, like I was like, look, Jason Tatum is shooting at the time. I'm like, he's shooting like 35%. I'm trying to stop somebody else. I ain't worried about this dude. Like,
right,
we'll stop him
For
once he
sure.
gets on.
right,
For
Once he
sure.
starts making shots, we'll stop him. But for now, we might need to focus on Jalen Brown for a few possessions. We might need to focus on Derek White and make sure that he doesn't get that spot up.
hmm
You know what I mean? But they just were like, hey, Boston's going to miss some threes at some point, and when they do, we're ready to strike.
right. That's like, yeah, yeah, and that's when the coaching really comes
Well,
into play. It's the playoffs.
all of the because y'all my basketball bag ain't incredibly deep, but aren't like all the veteran coaches like isn't like when you have like all the star driven teams have like coaches that are prepared for that, like either that have experience dealing with high profile players or
Hmm.
don't want to deal with young players. Like aren't
I think it. Well,
the no, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Finish up. You finish yours.
No, I would say so. It's like which coaches are because everybody's saying there's no philosophies anymore. Like nobody wants to coach anymore, or they just let the players do whatever. But it's like is Monty from Detroit? Well, who was coaching Detroit this year? Wasn't it Monty?
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
was
was
money.
money. Hmm
And so you telling me he wasn't teaching them nothing? You telling me Chauncey Billups ain't teaching those guys nothing?
Oh, I got thoughts
You
on
like
Monty.
everything is reflected in the stat sheet and wins and losses.
Oh, I got thoughts on Monty. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's
Like
kind of
like like
ridiculous.
first of all, what up, Mike?
What up,
Yo,
Devin,
yo,
man?
what up?
Got my
What's
dog
We
good?
up
Dakota
here
Mike tapping
cooking. We
into
up
the
here
hot
cooking
box.
this fish up here, man. We up here frying, man. We are hot grease, man. You better be ready for it.
Okay, okay. Yes. No, I got thoughts on Monty. Like, so
What you got
first
to
of
talk to?
all,
I want to hear this.
so first of all, half of Monty's career has been navigated by Chris Paul.
True.
So, so we think of him favorably because regardless of what Chris Paul has done in the playoffs, he's choked, whatever he's done, his impact on teams is legendary otherwise. And so Monty has been able to build off of that because he's coached them twice. Um, but also when you look at what he did in Detroit this year, like I look back at the drafts that the GM, because they fired their GM as well, Troy Weaver. He
Mhm.
got there in 2020. Out of the 13 players that he's drafted since 2020, 7 of them aren't even on the Pistons anymore. And 4 of them aren't even in the NBA anymore.
Damn.
That's
So
crazy.
that shows you, yeah. So that shows you what Monty walked into. First of all, you know what I mean. Second of all, Monty is one of those
Oh, 2-5, 2-5. We losing you.
playing Killian Hayes for. Uh-oh. All right, let's see. You got
Mhm.
me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
No,
so so he was
yeah, I'm gonna
he
say
was
I got you
playing.
back.
All right, he was playing Killian Hayes and Bogdanovich instead of Asar Thompson, who came in as the Swiss Army knife and was providing them defense and spark and all that kind of stuff. So he went down with the ship playing the old dudes that shouldn't have been playing.
Big facts.
You know what I mean? So I felt bad for him when I first heard the news because I was like, oh man, another black coach bites the dust. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then as I like started thinking about it, reading a little bit more about it, I was like, nah, he forget black or white. He just a dumbass coach.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
See, the
I
NBA
mean, I
problem
feel you.
is they need if the NBA changed their salary cap and they had the coaches win against the salary cap. I bet you that'll stop some of all these damn firings. But it don't make no
Hmm.
sense that you sign these guys to 4 years, 5 years, 6 year deals, and guys getting fired after 1 year, 2 years. It's like what
Hmm.
the hell? And y'all still paying?
Hmm.
And it's
It,
not like you're not paying them. You're still paying them.
yeah,
But
and that's why I said about the NIL shit. Like, these coaches are getting paid regardless. Shit is guaranteed. Like,
yeah,
how could
once
you
you
be
sign the
mad at a
contract, it's
player for
like
getting money
you ain't
when
got to
these
show the work
niggas
no more. Almost.
literally coming in for like 1 year getting paid $60 million sitting at the crib? That shit is
Yeah,
crazy.
it's like shit. I could do that. They could have hired me to go out there just to win 13
Hell
games.
yeah. I think that'd be like, hey, come on, get out in. I mean, I'd be
Man,
making all
shit.
type of antics and shit, throwing shit, all type of stuff,
All
just to make it
type of
look
stuff.
good.
But see,
But
but
I
that's
mean,
the
But
other
That
part of
shit.
it.
I think when it comes to, I mean, as far as coaching, like the biggest thing is really when you got veteran players or star players, you really got to know how to manage egos. That's what it comes down to. Because honestly, if you're looking at a lot of these coaches, once they lose their star players, they don't look the same. Popovich has not looked the same since Duncan, Ginobili, Parker,
Keep
all that
saying,
whole train left.
how good is he?
Popovich looks real
Right,
average. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
Phil Jackson looks real average without Kobe Bryant and Jordan. He looks look real average. You know what I'm saying? That's why he didn't coach. Honestly, after he didn't have those players, he went to try to be a GM, and that was horrible. What's the other coach that was? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Disaster.
shit. Pat Riley, he looked good when he was with the drink. You know, when he was with the in the '80s with the Lakers.
Doc
You know, what I'm saying?
Rivers.
After that, he won't looking the same. You know what I mean? So
Doc
Yeah,
is a
Doc
one hit
Rivers
wonder.
with the Boston 3 party. Yep.
Yeah, Doc
yeah,
is the one hit.
that's kind of why I
Nobody's ever
give
considered Doc a great coach though.
I gave a lot right. Yeah, hell yeah, that Doc, he got that one ring with Boston, and he just
Yeah,
got
Glenn.
overrated with that. But that's why I give college coaches a lot of credit because college coaches, you
Hell
cycling
nah.
through players every year. Regardless, yeah, you dudes get to pick them and all that, but still to be great for 30 plus years, like what the homeboy did. What's the coach's name?
I like
Uh,
coaches
uh,
like Larry Brown.
UConn.
don't get Mike started on Nick Saban.
No, I won't even
Nick
look at
Saban
that.
the
I'm talking
same
about
way.
coaching.
Like,
He
I
coached
like
the
coaches like
girls.
Larry Brown who can prove like in different systems, different players, they can win. You come, they even I don't Pitino as a person with a good coach. Everywhere he's been to, they win on
Yeah,
every
he's a
level.
great
They
coach.
win.
Yeah.
Other than the pros, I'm just saying, as far as a coach, they can just coach Bob Huggins, who can just coach a program up. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna win
Right.
eventually under this coach.
Right.
I give them more
Well,
credit than
So
I
but
give a
see,
coach
with
that's like maybe
Monty,
got a bigger
well,
name, who's won more. But it's like once those star players go, how good are you? Where's the development? And a lot
Well,
of
the other
times
thing with
when those coaches
Monty,
have
oh my
those
bad.
star players, they have really good
Uh,
GMs who leave eventually.
hmm Yeah, I mean, we're about to find out about Golden State, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
real talk.
And
So who's the
but
what's the guy's
was it
name from
Kerr?
what's the guy's name from Toronto? I honestly think this is the first time I've ever seen in my life
you
somebody
talking about
who
the
didn't
GM?
have an English accent or an American accent that's an actual professional coach in one of the major leagues.
Is he
Oh,
like
it's on
Oh,
Yuri?
you talking about the coach?
the
Oh, you
coach.
talking
Yeah,
about the
yeah,
coach?
yeah.
Oh, the
I
coach.
forgot the
Is it Radmanovich or something like
something
that?
like that. Yeah, I haven't heard his name since he had made that comment about
I
who was the
know who
player?
he is. I just can't
Yeah,
think of
Scotty
his name.
Barnes. That's what I'm saying.
yes,
That's
yeah.
the only time I ever heard a bro name when he
That's
was
how.
trying to defend Scotty Barnes. He's all world definitely. He's MVP. MVP. I was like, okay, buddy.
I
Okay,
heard.
buddy.
Hey, he wasn't got that fine from the NBA. He was like,
No,
yeah,
not
I'm gonna keep my
MVP,
mouth
face of
quiet.
league. He said
Not face.
Scotty Barnes is face of
Oh
league.
shit.
That's what he said.
God
I did
damn.
remember
Rotkovich,
that.
that's his name. Darko Rakovic.
Yeah, that's
You know
definitely
what I'm
my
saying?
shit.
Hey, I love the he was fired up, he was passionate, he was going to bat for his guy, and I knew he was sincere about it. But it's like, hey, I mean, Scotty Barnes, hey, all right, man. But like I was saying, though, it's like, where did he come from? What was his
He was a
resume? Was it?
he is a OKC guy.
Mm,
He came up in their system. He was the head coach of their G League affiliate,
mm-hmm.
for a little bit. So, so he's got some of that pressy, you know how people are. They're like, yo, you sat in the room with this dude. I assume that some of his stuff rubbed off on you or whatever. Pause. You know what I
Right.
mean?
He,
So
one
I'm
of the
gonna
niggas that
hire
try to
you and
sound smart.
expect, yeah, like just like the Wizards, as a Wizards fan. Our interim coach that we now hired, Brian Keefe, OKC dude. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like we're running through that copycat thing, like in the NFL. Hey, Sean McVay, here's a job for you,
Right.
and that's kind of
Right.
where we are in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
again, back to my question. It's like, don't you? I mean, because of course, I mean, teams need coaches, but also, I mean, coaches have to accept job offers. I mean, is
hmm
Toronto somewhere where it's like Darko is the man for the job? You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
mean,
he
let's just
might
be
not
honest.
have greener pastures, or nobody might want to deal with a team in rebuild, especially when they know in the NBA players are trying to leave yesterday if they're unhappy. Like,
I mean, let's be real. If you the really good, I mean, plus if you're a good coach, great coach, or whatever, in that whatever team you're coaching, organization or college team, you're not leaving that team. They're not about to let you go. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's like, I mean, well, no. So it's like we picking coaches would be like have no resume or like the first time hires. Like, well, you got to start somewhere. Since I mean, I'm about to have a whole bunch of top tier coaches coming available. You know what I'm saying? If they win the championships. You know what I mean? So
hmm
gotta
bring
start somewhere.
Vogels
That's all
out
I
on
can
the
say.
street
Like,
But that's the
again.
hopefully,
problem. That's the problem with a team like Toronto is that you're going to have a window, and then that window closes, and every time, you know what I mean? The Lakers can go get free agents, like theoretically the Knicks can get people to come in there. Toronto is already behind the eight ball because they're in a foreign country.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like they have to hire a dude like this because who's taking that job?
and no free agents signed with Toronto. Let's just be honest.
None.
No
Yeah,
top
because I
tier.
mean, where did
Top
None.
Nick
tier.
Nurse come from? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like
That's why they.
but
That's
he
why
was
they trade
fortunate,
for Canadian players too,
right? But he was
like Barrett
fortunate.
Olenek.
What's his name? Nurse was lucky that the Kawhi thing happened.
Yeah,
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Or else he would have been another fired coach probably.
that's a big fact.
Well, I mean, Toronto been tricking it for a while because they let go of Dwayne Casey. Was it right before that happened?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
the same year he won Coach of the Year, they
Coach of the
fired
year.
him.
Same, yep.
Let him.
And he ain't had
Was
a job since.
Ujiri there then? I don't think Ujiri was there.
Yes, he was.
He was. Oh man.
hmm
Yeah, he ain't had a job since, right? Or did he coach one more other place? I feel like it was a sorry team.
He went to Detroit after that,
I think
That's
that's the
what it
Hawks,
was.
right?
Yeah.
and now he's in Detroit's front office.
Good for him. He
And
deserved that shit.
so that's where I was going to say earlier. If I was somebody like JJ Redick, like granted, I don't think anybody wants to go to Detroit for real, but that might have been a better launching point as a new head coach.
Facts.
Because it's like, how do you go to the Lakers and be like, well, shit, him and LeBron probably in the film room smoking cigars, having mimosas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
They
just
drinking
being
that
real.
Lobos. That Lobos.
Being fake
you know?
smart, fake ass smart, yo.
So
Niggas
what
ain't
chance
smart.
do y'all think that LeBron is not going to go back to the Lakers?
Oh,
I
he's going
think
back
he's
to
gonna leave the
Lakers.
They got his
Lakers, bro.
guy.
He's going back to Lakers. Where the hell else?
I don't
is
think
he
so.
going?
I don't.
Well, I know there's been talk about Phoenix. There's been talk about Dallas.
And Minnesota.
Man, he ain't leaving the Lakers.
I
He's
think
not
whoever
leaving
draft
the Lakers.
Bronny, that's where he's going to. It's very clear.
Nah, he's not leaving.
You can't
LA.
rely on paper towel.
I'm telling you, fam. Paper
He ain't
towel.
leaving LA. He's
Wherever
not
paper
leaving
towel's
that
going,
mother.
that's where Braun is gonna go. He's made it very clear. I want to play with my son. So
Well, we'll find
He's
out
on-
in a few days.
He's
I
only
don't.
worked
I
out
don't
for the
even think he like
Suns
playing
and
with AD
the.
anymore.
He's only worked out for the Suns.
I
and
think he wants to get under.
and
He
the
wants to be the
Lakers.
third guy now. He want to move to that Rick Fox role, or maybe that Glenn Rice role with the Lakers. Like, and I think he really wants to, just be chilling. And when it comes playoff time, he'll turn it on. He wants to be behind an Anthony Edwards and a Gobert and a Cat. You know what I'm saying? And just have Bronny there, and then have him be the third or fourth option. I don't think he really wants to play with AD next year and say, I got to turn on with Austin Reeves. Come on, man. Like,
The thing about it ain't just the on court stuff. It's also the off the court stuff too. Like he's not about to just off of weather wise. He ain't going back to no damn Minnesota or anything cold like that. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get used to that California weather, got your kids there, your wife, everything is set up, and then you're not leaving that set up. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna stay with the Lakers. He gonna
That's why they got.
either.
That's why they got airplanes.
yeah.
I think LeBron found his guy. I think, well, not, yeah. I'm sorry. I can't get off it. LeBron found his guy. This is a LeBron hire to me. This is a LeBron hire to me. I feel like LeBron feels like he's in a good space, even though he feels like he might have to carry the Lakers again. I don't think LeBron has a problem with that. I don't think LeBron is like it wants people to look at him like the Jimmy Butler, like when Jimmy Butler was doing the thing where he was like slumped over the thing in the finals. I don't think LeBron wants to be seen like that. I think LeBron takes pride and will actually feel slighted if people were to praise how fatigued he was. No, I think LeBron accepts the challenge, and I think he loves carrying the Lakers.
Well, that's fine, but his ass about to be 40, so he better get out of that mind frame real quick.
Man, he good.
But I mean, look at where they were. Do you think he's taking a step backwards though?
He got the HGA. He's straight.
Yeah, LeBron's not the same player that he was 5 years ago.
Facts.
It was just that he was so far ahead of everybody that now that he's dropped, he's amongst everybody.
He got them PEDs. He good.
Man, I don't know.
He got that Barry Bonds clearing the cream. He good. I'm telling you. Rub that shit on. He's straight, bro. Take 4 games off. Play 3 games. Take a month off. Play. Bro, he been doing the same shit for the past couple of years. The shit is not. It's becoming real obvious. Not playing no back-to-back versus good teams. It's like, man, this nigga is preserving himself for the playoffs. That's it.
Is Anthony Davis a star player on the championship team?
If I'm Braun, I don't trust AD again.
Yes.
He's already shown me he can't.
I think JJ gonna be able to get. I think JJ gonna be able to get the best out of AD. I think JJ gonna be able to get the best out of AD. I think
he's top level person.
I think he'll get the best out of AD.
I mean, we
How
got to
much more
remember.
better can he be?
Well, we got to
to
remember, like, a lot of those New Orleans teams that he played on weren't very good. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, it's easy because we're looking at him as a star player, so we're like, lift your team and do this. You know what I mean? But he had Boogie for half a year, and they were starting to look good before Boogie got hurt. When he had Drew Holiday, they swept the Blazers. But then they lost to the Warriors. If everybody else will say they ran into the Warriors. So, I mean, like, Anthony Davis has shown that ability. I think that it's just hard to play with a dude like LeBron.
And the problem that gets me is I don't understand why is it so hard to play with LeBron, because LeBron gonna give you open shots all the time. It's just like guys, LeBron act like they can't shoot no more. And that's what it comes down to when it gets to the playoffs. It comes really, that playoff basketball comes down to the role players. The the two stars will get you. They're gonna balance each other out. It always comes down to the role players. Think about it. I mean, Jaylen Brown did his thing in time. You know, JT did his thing in time. But Derek White hit key threes. Drew Holiday kick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like it comes down to the other three players on the team, and that's what if you look in the playoffs, D'Lo came and went. He wasn't really doing nothing. Hachimura didn't want doing nothing. Austin Reeves, I didn't seen him really since the playoffs had started. You know what I mean? So it's like those guys were going to step up.
That's the problem. Cover your ears, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Cover your ears, Mike. But that's the problem because you got a dude like LeBron who has shown that he can do these Herculean things and take teams that have no business in the finals to the finals. So a lot of these GMs sign dudes that shouldn't be on a team with LeBron James, and they end up in prominent roles. You know what I mean? So like, because you just assume like, yo, LeBron has done it with less, but LeBron's older now.
See, the problem is Lakers ain't got the money either. Lakers can't. They can't go. Everybody they get is signed and trade basically. You know what I'm saying? They got to trade for everybody, and that's one of the issues too. Like the Lakers have had some bad contracts over the last like 8 years. Like, I mean, I think they just got a Luau Dane contract maybe like 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another part of it is, when they traded for AD, they pretty much gave up their whole farm, between Lonzo Ball, B.I., and I forgot the other player, and then
Hart,
and then the draft picks.
Randall.
Josh Hart, right? He did the draft picks. So now he's like,
2 first-round picks
until 27, I think? 28, and I think that's just one.
Yeah,
and there's like the draft that Lonzo and Tatum and all of was in. You draft Lonzo Ball instead of Tatum just because you listen up to the damn LeVar Ball. And honestly speaking, Lonzo Ball's been a bust. I mean, his whole career has been injured. Like it's just been like LeVar must have worked the boys too hard when they was growing up because now they got to the league and did nothing.
No, you're right though. You
know what I'm saying? So
what about LaMelo? Was LaMelo Ball a bust?
Well, LaMelo, he's so far staying healthy. But he's had his injuries as well.
He gotta be. Like, he's always hurt. I mean, I like the dude, and I want him to succeed, but you know what I mean? He's always hurt.
Always hurt.
Exactly.
Always.
Exactly. So
I think Pop might work their ass like a, you know what I'm saying, like a sweatshop. Good. Them niggas need some tone, dog. They got the Bo Jackson needs. This shit's over.
Well, like, looking at the Lakers, right? Instead of a dude like Rui, why not, like, Jeremy Grant?
Bring Randall back.
I think
I like Randall coming back.
I don't think Randall fits with LeBron because Randall likes to dribble a lot too, and do a lot of crazy things that I don't know if that would work together. I don't know.
How is Randall gonna fit back with Brunson?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. But I don't think that's gonna fit at all, personally.
But an even better question is, how would he fit with Brunson and OG if OG comes back?
I don't see.
And Siakam just got a big time bag from the Pacers. I did not see that coming from a mile away.
They had to pay him.
You had to. If he walked, bro, they would have nothing.
Yeah.
That trade would be for naught. But I see Randall and Mitchell leaving. Like, I think they realize re-sign Hartenstein, trade both of those guys, and whatever you bring back as assets. You got Hart, Hartenstein, DiVincenzo. Like, that's a nucleus to me. And you build around that with Jericho. I even put on Jericho Sims to put in kind of in the mix. And what I want to do is I want to get some vets. Like maybe get one star player out of that. But I think they got a good nucleus for the style of play they want to play. I don't think Randall fits with this style. Like, he be shooting too many wild threes. He, just hold the ball too long. Like, I think they have a good style that they can produce over time.
Well, the same thing that makes the Knicks good is the same reason they won't win. Their coach.
Yeah, Tibbs. Tibbs is ass. He showed up for numerous times. I watched that shit with the Bulls. It's like he did the same shit with the Wolves. And did the same. It's like the same style. Like, you can't win like that.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get out of here, we was discussing. Me and 2-5 was discussing this a couple days ago. Dallas Mike, Dakota Mike. The question is: there have been the most recent 2 Celtic title teams 2008, 2024.
Okay.
Who do you think will win in a series of 7?
Oh shit. That's a good ass question, though. Mm. That 08 team had, if I'm not mistaken,
Glenn Big Baby Davis.
yes, you had Perkins, you had KG, you had Sam Cassell on that team too. Niggas forget about Sam Cassell. He had a couple of games in this series.
Ray Allen.
And I think, and they had Walter McCarty, if I'm not mistaken.
That might have been earlier. I
Earlier?
think he was around. He might have been around with Antoine and them.
Okay, all right, my bad. Then. I'm like,
I think. But they did have Tony Allen. They had
Tony
James
Allen,
Posey.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Yo, that 08 team was really, really good too. So, like, to me, young Rondo, you know, Paul is Paul the truth. I don't know. I'm gonna go with 08. Fuck that. I'm going
That's
with the truth.
tough, man.
I'm going with the
Yeah, that's
truth.
what I
back
said
then, man.
too.
You know
That's
why?
what I said
Because I
too.
feel like the truth got more heart than Tatum and Brown put together.
Mm.
Bro, I love Paul Pierce, bro. I don't know what the fuck y'all be motherfucking understanding, dog.
That's
Paul Pierce is like,
crazy.
I hold Paul Pierce in so much high regard because he used to fuck us up, bro, all the time. That step back,
Crazy.
that lazy ass
You
step
said,
back.
you said y'all saying the 08 Boston team was better than this year's Boston team?
Yeah, like who
Yeah.
would you pick if they were playing?
I'm
in the
going to
series?
wait. I'm going to 08 team.
See, 08 you had KG.
I think KG pussy though, but I think
Ray Allen.
KG would make himself seem loud, like like you like Carlos Boozer, just be loud as a bitch. Like
Who were the
not doing
role
nothing.
players?
They had James
Bro,
Posey,
we
Tony
had
Allen.
Perkins and Big Baby Davis, bro.
That's right, Big Baby Davis.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
Big
James
Baby.
Posey. No, James Posey was the
James
one.
Posey.
James
Posey
Posey was the one. Not
They
Walter
had
McCarty,
Eddie
my bad.
House.
Eddie House.
Eddie,
Okay.
yes. Dog, that team, dog. I'm going.
No,
team
Lakers
was stacked.
Eddie House. What are you talking
That team
about?
is
I'm
that
going
team
to
is
wait.
stat cups. That team is
Bro.
That team was fire.
Yeah, I
Who
definitely
is
take that. I definitely see the difference. See the difference
James
is
Posey,
like,
nigga?
are we playing today's game or are we playing 08's game? You know what I'm saying? That's
all
what
I'm
the
saying
difference
is, bro, the floor is way too spaced out. The floor is way
It
too
is.
spaced
Yeah,
out. The
in
08
today's game,
team
if they
did
playing
not
today's
have the
game,
wings.
All
Porzingis
right,
got to
check
be
it
on
out.
the
08
Check
block.
it
team
out,
had the
Cups.
point guard.
Check it out,
Go ahead.
Cups. Let's play a game. Let's play a game real quick.
Let's get it.
All right. So out of the starting lineups of both of those teams, who's the best shooter?
You're not gonna like my answer.
If your ass don't say Ray Allen, I'm about to kick you off your own show.
All right, man. Fuck, bro. I don't know what you want from me, dog. All right, I'll say Ray Allen.
Okay, who's the best facilitator?
Rondo, nigga.
All right, bro.
Now,
That's already two for
now, who in that starting lineup of 24 is going to match up with KD on the boards?
With KG, shit.
The big ticket.
All right, now
Who
before you
was
even get to that,
our leading rebounder this year? I don't even remember who our leading rebounder
all right,
was.
now hold up. Before we even get to that, right? Jason Tatum just shot 38.8% against
The
this
lowest.
Mavericks team.
The lowest.
I'm putting Paul Pierce, James Posey, Tony Allen, and I can switch Ray Allen on him.
Shit, nigga. Come on.
So
man.
when you exhaust all those resources to Jason Tatum, then who's gonna cover Jaylen Brown?
That's the thing. I can mix and match. Because like I said, I could play Tony Allen for a quarter just off of his defense.
Yeah. And you got my nigga Sam Cassell against Pritchard. Come on, dog.
So if I'm recalling this top 5 right, it was Rondo, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, KG, and Perk. Am I
Yes.
right? Or am I wrong? Am I right?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
That's right.
So our starting 5 will look like Drew, D. White.
D. White don't start.
Yeah,
Drew,
he do.
Yeah, he does. Well, he gonna
Who
start.
you
He gonna
start?
start next year. If he didn't start, he was
Drew
definitely
starts
our
at the
our
point.
number 2.
Derek White is the 2. Brown is the 3. Tatum's the 4. Porzingis
Saying
the 5.
before, and either Horford or KP at the 5.
My bad.
That's
Right.
tough, bro.
It is. I'm not saying that they would blow them out or anything. You know what I'm saying? But
So it's like,
also,
look,
hold up. But also, if Ray Allen is the best shooter, right?
Sheesh.
And I still got Eddie House in the tuck. You know
Come
what
on
I'm
now.
saying? Like Posey hit a three.
Come on now.
Paul Pierce is probably the most clutch dude between both
Uh,
teams.
Nobody on that team stopping Paul Pierce.
KG
Nobody.
is probably the best defender between both teams. You know what I mean? And KG can guard one of those dudes too. Like if I need him on Tatum, he could do that too.
Yeah. He gonna take Porzingis lunch.
Oh,
He
yeah,
gonna
he gonna
Yeah,
annihilate
be
no,
you
but
saw
Porzingis.
what
that's
he did
cool
to
though, because
Paul
they're gonna have to
Gasol. You
put
saw what
Gonna
he
KG on
annihilate
JT.
Porzingis, my nigga.
you saw what he did to
Bro,
Paul Gasol.
Ray Allen was 6'5". Jalen
Now,
Brown is 6'6".
but this is the other part. That's 1 inch, bro. But this is the other part. This is the other part for your little slick little statement earlier. I could put Perkins on the bench, and I can start James Posey
Bruh.
or Tony
That
Allen.
shit, bruh. Or
Bro. I
Hal
can
or
put Paul.
Al
I can put.
Horford.
No, check it out. Check it out. Check it out. I could put
Yeah, Tony
Rondo.
Allen.
I could put
Tony
Rondo
Allen
on.
too.
I could put
Tony Allen
Rondo
from
on
Memphis.
Holiday, right? I could put Rondo on Holiday, right?
Rondo.
I could put Ray
Memphis.
Allen on Derek White. You know what I'm saying? I can put Tony Allen on one of Tatum and Brown. You know what I'm saying? I could put Paul Pierce on the other one. And then I got KG playing center field
Yeah,
in the back.
that 08 team. What they better defenders. All of them. Like I
Dog,
said,
that
best
shit is a
defender
clan, bro.
on the 24
Hell,
And then
team.
when you come in with Pritchard, I'm coming in with Eddie House.
Eddie House. You know what he gonna do.
And
You
then
know
you
what I'm
still
saying?
got Hauser
know what he
coming
gonna
out
do.
You
there.
come in
You
with
still
Hauser,
got
I'm
to deal
coming
with
in with
Horford and
you come in
KP.
with Hauser, you come in with Hauser, I'm coming in with James Posey.
Bruh, Ray
And,
Allen
and
for
to
one
and,
is
and
not
to
locking
Mike's point,
anybody down.
and to Mike's point,
Sam Cassell, bro.
I still got Sam Cassell.
Sam
And don't
Cassell.
you be
Niggas
acting
forget
like
about Sam Cassell in that series.
yeah, don't be acting like Ray Allen didn't give Kobe fits. Don't
Come
do
on now.
that.
Bruh, he's not
Ray Allen was
locking
cooking
nobody
niggas.
down.
I ain't
Bro.
say you ain't gotta lock them down. See, that's the thing. I ain't saying that you gotta hold
Contain. Come on,
somebody to
containment.
10
Containment.
points.
That's it. Be a presence.
Just got to be a
You
presence.
know.
Just got to get in the way. Just got to
That's it.
disrupt
Be in
the
the way.
shot.
That's
Okay,
all.
okay, let me
Make him
let
work.
me
Make
ask
him
it
work,
like
as they
this.
say.
Let me ask it like this. Who do you trust more to make a big shot? Ray Allen or Jalen Brown?
Oh wow.
I'll bring Allen all day.
Bro.
Wow.
Ah.
Paul
I
Pierce or
mean, give me the
Jason Tatum to hit a big
Wow.
shot?
Paul Pierce.
Wow. The truth.
I've seen Pierce do it.
Y'all
Plenty
see
of times.
Paul Pierce, man. He got the replica
He got
trophy.
He the
Walking around right
ugliest,
now.
so he can get to his spots. He do it
I
so
fuck with Paul
slow
Pierce,
and
but I
fat.
feel like
He
Paul
get to
Pierce
his
gets shitted
spots.
on too much. Show my nigga some respect. He one of them niggas in his era. He's called
Yeah,
the
I'm
G for
not
a
saying
reason.
it'll be a
So y'all
blowout.
telling me y'all
I think it
telling me
goes
Paul
6.
Pierce will outperform Jason Tatum.
Yes. Bro.
Yes.
Yes. Go back and look at them, bro. You a Boston fan, fam. Go back and look at that Paul Pierce shit, dog. And then he
Bro,
was
Jason
sloppy in the
Tatum.
Did
business,
Paul
dog. He be
Pierce
like this.
average 20-something in the finals? Did we have
He
two
be like
people
this.
average 20-something in the finals?
Bro, I'm
Who
telling
did
you,
what did
nobody
Jason
stopping
Tatum
Paul Pierce, bro.
what did
Nobody.
Jason Tatum do in this finals for you to even ask me that question?
He led
He not
his
stopping Paul
team in
Pierce.
points, rebounds, and assists, and still didn't win Finals MVP
Why didn't he win Finals MVP?
because of the media.
Because he shot 38 fucking percent. That's why. You can have all the points that you want. You know what I'm saying? But
The
I
free
would
throw
rather
line
you
free.
yeah, I would rather
Yeah,
you
bro.
average 20 and not only that, but also on his own team, Jalen Brown was the one making the defensive plays when the game was on the line. He was the one hitting the shots. Remember when Dallas came back from 21 down and cut it to 3? Who hit the shot? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Game 2, when PJ Washington was going to the rack and Derek White got up there for that block, who was right up there next to him? That wasn't Jason Tatum.
Hold on, y'all.
Oh, don't walk away now.
So he had to go take a breathe.
Running for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Cup's the only one gonna walk away. You know what I'm saying? This is his own team we talking about.
Yeah,
You ain't gotta
exactly.
walk away. You win either
We
way.
giving him more facts on his own team than he ever trying to prevent them. I'm saying, like,
Yeah,
come on
08 was a
now.
better team. Like I said, 08, they
Come on now.
really
08 is definitely a
defensive.
better team, man. Fuck the Bulls.
Yeah.
They defended. They defended. We had 1 through 5.
Now, have y'all talked about Redick already?
Yeah, we talked about it. You know, what you think about it?
I mean, to me personally, I think that y'all know how I feel about it. We've already talked about it in a group chat before.
I
Again,
know, but
he's
the
a
public
Duke
don't know.
alumni. I love JJ Redick, man, from Virginia, from Roanoke, Virginia. I love JJ. You know, I went to the championship game. Dropped 44 on them niggas. But the thing is, I'm just trying to figure out, like, I think it was a desperate hire from the Lakers. I think they had nobody else to hire. And it's like, okay, what is he going to really do? Is he going to really reprimand guys? Is he going to inspire guys? And like, to me, JJ is the type of person that just get along to get along. Like, he's not really going to ruffle nobody's feathers. So
Well,
is that the
JJ's
type
a
of coach they
dickhead,
need?
though.
He need a guy,
He's a
he need a
dickhead.
player's coach?
I don't know, but this is the good news for him. Theoretically, this is all speculation on my part,
Okay.
but theoretically, he has LeBron's ear. You know what I mean? So like somebody like Darvin Ham coming in there, you know what I mean, probably didn't ingratiate himself to LeBron initially. He was trying to be like, I'm the head coach, whatever. Like, but with JJ Redick, since him and LeBron have that relationship, you know what I mean? Like, if Darvin Ham came at AD, would LeBron say something? Like, would LeBron be like, yo, chill out, or like whatever? But he'll let JJ cook with it because that's his man.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That's
Okay.
the difference. You know what I'm saying?
So he want a dick rider. I'm like, I don't like people who like dick riders around him.
Yeah, man, he
weak
go.
to me. I don't
JJ
fuck
gonna
with
hit him
weak.
with that
That's weak.
hot tour.
That shit weak.
You know
Oh,
what I'm
hey,
saying?
yo,
Spit
You
on
want
that
niggas to be
thing.
around you and say, oh,
hey,
well, yeah.
yo.
Well, hey, man, you know,
I've been waiting to say that the whole time.
I want you to go ahead and go forward and say what you got to say to AD, but if you say it because I don't like you, then I don't like it. No, that's not it. If you're saying real shit.
I'm with you. I'm
And
just
look,
saying
and
that
Ham is a champion with the Bucks. So, like,
I know.
he's a more recent champion than LeBron is, to me personally. Like, so, like, why would we want to discredit Ham and try to, you know, give JJ that type of leeway? I don't like it.
Because Ham ain't your dude.
So did
he's not
Ham
on
lose the
team.
locker room, or did
Tell
the
LeBron bitch
Lakers?
he has to go on the team and then he want to run some shit.
Ham lost the locker room.
No, I think Ham did a few things over the course of time that LeBron didn't like. LeBron tuned him out, phased him out, so everybody else is going to do it. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, when people talk about Tom Brady and Tim Duncan, for example, people always say, yo, Tim Duncan allowed Popovich to coach him like he was everybody else. Tom Brady, when he fucked up, Belichick was able to correct him in front of everybody or whatever the case may be. So when your star buys in, nobody else can argue. You know what I'm saying? So if LeBron is like, I'm good with this, AD just got to shut up and take it. You know what I'm saying? But the moment that LeBron don't even got to say nothing because he a little bitch anyway. So he'll like roll his eyes.
Yeah,
Or,
really,
you
like,
know what I'm saying?
he just do whole
Yeah.
shit. Fold his
Yeah,
hand,
and then everybody else would be
this.
like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, and that's what happened in
But-
2016, right? Everybody was like, "Ty Lue ain't going to take LeBron's shit." Like Ty Lue would get up in LeBron's face and say what he needs to say. But also, Ty Lue was cool with LeBron.
Of course.
Yeah.
So my thing is this.
Let's not beat around the bush, man. I mean, I know you say LeBron's a bitch. If you ask me, all them bitches, they all do the same shit from we go all the way back to the 70s. Every last one of these players do the same shit. They whine and cry, but they don't get their goddamn way, and that's what it is.
It's different though. It's different though, because even with Phil Jackson, if Mike said some shit to Phil was like, "Fuck you, go sit down."
Hey, but Mike won't play for nobody.
Mike didn't fuck with Phil when Phil first got there. You know why?
Yeah.
Because Phil told him
the
opposite of what Doug Collins told him. But with Phil shit, we got to give Tex Winter some credit. Like I always say, give Tex Winter the credit. He's the one that invented the triangle offense, not Phil. But the thing is, it's about results. It's about you actually winning. And Darvin Ham did win. He got him to win the little play-in tournament that y'all niggas love.
He got him to the Western Conference Finals last year.
College Finals. So why wouldn't you fuck with his resume? He a champion. He won the play-in.
I mean, look, Luke. I mean, we can go to the Lakers
that wants niggas to kiss his ass. That's not somebody that you should be following. A nigga that says, if you don't kiss my ass, I can't be around you. It's like a drug.
I mean,
you want to be around niggas like that.
You got to say the same thing for Giannis. I mean, that means you got to say Giannis is a bitch. You got to say Giannis.
Giannis doing dumb shit too. Giannis, someone telling niggas, like, oh, you can't. I'm not gonna sign with your shoe company because you don't send my brother. I said, nigga, fuck your brother, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you? Your brother can't play one
listen,
shit.
It's easy for us to say that, but when you've been
nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of them niggas. I said, look, you should be lucky your brother on my motherfucking team, nigga.
When it's about revenue and getting them,
don't care about that shit
in the butt. I mean,
that shit is crazy as hell. If you don't sign my brother to the shoe deal, I'm not signing with y'all. I said, well, nigga, hey, I wouldn't have said it like that. I said, look, well, Giannis, look at man.
Well, you've been sorry for so long. You finally
thank you for your business, but we want you to go ahead and.
But think about it though. Ty Lue got on TV or whatever, and he was talking about how the Clippers were soft, right?
Yeah.
And he's got the credibility to do that. He's an NBA champion, came off 3-1 and all that stuff like that. So they go and listen to him, right? So if Darvin Ham came out and was like, "We playing soft," or like, "We need to toughen up," you would hear within 24 hours. Is Darvin Ham on his way out of LA?
Yeah, that's the type of environment they want, though. That's not healthy. That's not championship. That's not championship mentality.
And that's what I keep coming back to this question, because it's like, how is coaching in the NBA, like, what is it predicated on? Because in the NFL, if the coach and the quarterback is having an issue, we still probably unless the quarterback is that guy like an Aaron Rodgers.
I got a theory about that. Like,
because we said I'll let you go, but it's just like we've seen Darvin Ham have success, like Mike P said, but since maybe the star player who happens to be that guy doesn't like him, it really doesn't matter what he's done, and it really doesn't matter what the next guy has done. We're just gonna get the guy who suits our guy right now.
Right.
And the star player is not a winner. LeBron's not a winner. Like, why are we acting like he's a winner? Like, he won all these type of championships. He's a loser. He's a career loser. Seriously though, look at the winning percentage. Look at the final winning percentage. Look at the fact he's lost all these finals. Where do you get off telling me what the fuck to do, nigga? You don't know.
Roll over there like, nah, I'm lighting up right now.
If you want to tell LeBron,
he ain't gonna get into it.
That's opinion based. I'm giving you factual shit. LeBron's a career loser.
I don't know how a person.
Where do you get off trying to tell me about winning, my nigga? You don't know shit. The same with Pat Riley. You don't know nothing. And what if they had let Eric Spoelstra go in that first season with the Heat? You wouldn't have had the championship you got. LeBron don't know nothing. So don't talk about what you know, nigga. You don't know shit.
Go ahead, 2-5. You say you had a theory.
Yeah, here's my thought real quick. I want Mike to respond to this. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been thinking about this. So, in football, growing up, when we were kids, and, and obviously I'm the oldest one here, but when we were kids, all the dominant, prominent coaches were white. So there was like a certain power structure there of you don't talk back to coach. Like, it was instilled in you early. Like, as a football player, coach, he might even kill you. Like, he wasn't going to really kill you, but you felt like that. Like, if I try to get at coach, he going to kill me. He going to make me run suicides, whatever it might be. In the NBA, there's a lot more black coaches. So to some degree, it's almost like I look at you as a peer versus a coach. And in some of these cases, they played with some of these dudes too. Like, LeBron played against Darvin Ham. Like,
and Ty Lue. Like, what is these niggas really gonna tell me?
Right. So I think that to some degree, there's like a certain socio power structure that's at play as well, where a player ain't going to come at his football coach that way. And also there's the culture of football too. But in the NBA, it's just like, I ain't gotta respect that motherfucker, and because we treat each other worse than we treat other people.
Yeah, and that's where I feel like people will mess up at, is because they don't understand hierarchy. When I remember very vividly when I got on certain jobs, before I became a supervisor, before I became the guy, before I became a CEO or the brand, I realized that white or black, I got to learn from this person, because I realized there's authoritative differences we have here. This person's already here. They've been hired to do a job. I've been hired to do a job. So when you buck on somebody like that, it just shows your immaturity. It just shows that your lack of maturity to understand that, okay, he's been hired to coach this team. So why would I buck on this guy on the first year? Now I can see if it's 4 years now. I can see if it's been a long time. Okay, like when KG was struggling with his situation. I get it, but if it's the first year, you're not even trying to give this guy a chance. So it's like, well, you might as well coach the team then. You might as well go out and say, I'm gonna be the coach then, because in 1 year or 2 years, you're gonna say this guy's not the guy. They hired this guy for a reason, to come in and give us what we need. So it's your job to buy in as a leader. That's what I learned. That's why I'm so good at my shit I'm doing.
And there's another example of that. The Lakers won the title with Frank Vogel.
I was about to say they did the same thing.
They fired him the next season.
Right, but this is the problem. They brought Russell Westbrook in, and
and that
through
was
all
LeBron,
the reports and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
was that like LeBron?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Through all the reporting that we received and heard and everything, was Russell Westbrook and Vogel just couldn't see eye to eye. They didn't get along. Whatever. That's where LeBron, as the leader of that team, goes to Westbrook and is like, "Look, we won a championship without you.
Yeah.
Don't come up in here trying to blow up the spot." You know what I'm saying? But instead, LeBron was probably like, "Yo, that's my homeboy. Like Russ is my dude.
That's
like he's a
not it.
cool cat, whatever the case may
Not
be." And he made it about Vogel instead of addressing the person that was causing the disruption.
Yeah, I still got blew up though, regardless. Like,
I just don't. I don't agree with when people do shit like that. Like, Russell Westbrook's character and what he brings to the table. He's not one of them guys who's gonna fall in line. It's like I had a conversation between one of my niggas today, like talking about game and shit. Niggas won a game. 50 Cent won a game to be like Lloyd Banks and Tony Yayo. He not a soldier, nigga. He's one of them niggas like me. I'm not standing next to nobody, nigga. Never. I'm not standing next to nobody. I'm me.
Yeah.
That's what I walk around with. I got big nuts, nigga. I'm not walking around every day like that. It's not
on,
about
bro.
being disrespectful to people. It's the fact that I'm just not taking orders from niggas, dog. So if you know that, you got to put that person in a certain place. But I'm savvy enough to understand when I'm around kings, when I'm around people who I got, okay, this person's a king. I view y'all as kings, so I move a certain way. But when I'm around niggas, so I don't really think that that's like that, I'm gonna move like that. But I'm gonna still be respectful. LeBron not respectful. He one of them niggas that wanted this, everything gotta be my way. Everything gotta be said like this. And you haven't proven that you can do that. It's like Jordan. Jordan proved he was a terrible GM. You know why? That's why I'm on the team no more. He's not good at it.
Didn't Ty Lue get kicked out of Cleveland post championship, but pre LeBron to the Lakers?
Yes. You would have thought he would have been the one you kept hold on to. Let him go too.
I don't remember how that went down. I just know, but what I do know is they won the title in 2016. 2017, that was the first KD year that they lost to the Warriors. And then there were reports that they were going to trade Kyrie for Paul George. And then it turned into Kyrie's a brat that doesn't want to win. And, because LeBron's minions was controlling the media and never even brought up the fact that they were trying to get Paul George, not to add to Kyrie, for Kyrie.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of times it's because LeBron never wanted to resign. He never wanted to tell niggas he wanted to resign.
Right, and that's where Kyrie was like, "Why would I stay here?
Yeah, why would I sign there? And then you leave me here in Cleveland for 4 years, and you leave. That's why I feel like Kyrie was smart. He did probably the wrong way because you got to call Bron on that shit. You have to. That's your boy. Like, I give Bron credit. Bron always did want to see Kyrie in that light. You got to call him and say, "My nigga, yeah, I see what you're doing. You finessing them niggas. You trying to keep them on their toes." But I'm not about to stay in Cleveland for 4 years, not knowing what you're gonna do. So
he brought D Wade in there. He brought D Wade in there, and D Wade got traded the same year.
Yeah, real talk. And Derrick Rose.
Andy Rose.
This shit was crazy, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
this
this
shit
is
is
not
unreal.
like so this ain't even like me trying to like pile on LeBron or like hate on him or like. But we got patterns here. Like we have things that we've seen over the years that he doesn't get called out for.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like. That's why I always say what I have to say and the certain veracity I say it because I wanted to be known that I'm the one that said it when nobody said nothing because as y'all seeing now, you're seeing Kendrick Perkins speak out, Stephen A. speak out. You got Shannon speaking out. They're gonna turn on LeBron eventually. They're gonna eventually turn on that nigga for sure because they realize that his value is not there as it used to be. They want somebody else to be the top. Same way they did with him. I remember Kobe. I remember the Penny Hardaway, the Grant Hill. They was trying their best to replace Jordan. They best making up shit like, oh, he's not a good team.
What Hall of Fame coach does LeBron had though since he's been in the league?
Whose fault is that though? Well, whose fault is that though?
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
like he could have had a decent. He could have had a decent coach right now, but he wanted JJ Redick.
Exactly.
I'm just saying when he first got drafted,
look, he was a free agent. He could have went to San Antonio to play with Popovich. Y'all think Popovich was good?
I'm saying for the first at least 6 years when he was in Cleveland, let's say when his power might have been not this great. What great coach did he have?
Mike Brown.
What coach wanted
we
to go
just
to
said
Cleveland?
that Mike Brown was like, we just said Mike
who
Brown
wants to go to
okay.
Cleveland? Period. I know people from Cleveland that don't want to go there.
Now I do agree.
You know
I said this for years that I felt like Cleveland was a good spot, and I had to rescind that. I was wrong. Cleveland is probably a terrible place. I love when Joakim Noah said, "Who the fuck want to go to Cleveland?" But yeah, he's right. Cleveland was hard to kind of sell niggas. I get it. But what's your excuse when you go to Miami? Even if D Wade is Asian and he hurt,
right? But
Bosh.
Like Mike brought up earlier, but like Mike brought up earlier, they wanted Spoelstra fired after like 30 games.
Come on now, 30 games. Where they fired that nigga, dog?
And granted, to your point, Ro, we didn't know what Eric Spoelstra was going to develop into as a coach. So that supports what you said as far as like who's the Hall of Fame coach or whatever the case may be, because Spoelstra wasn't that at the time.
Definitely.
You know, he turned into that, but we would have never known if LeBron had his way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then when he went to Cleveland, they had David Blatt because they were rebuilding.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't know LeBron just shocked everybody and went to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Because he saw
that gives him credit though. He don't even understand how to walk in credit. Nigga,
remember, he wrote the letter and didn't even include Wiggins.
Nobody knows that guy. So like, dog, we gave you credit for that shit.
And then
we gave you a pause when Kyrie and Kevin Love got hurt. We fuck with you on that, dog. You heroic shit. Let everybody stats was like you do these other things. But guess what happened? Like, what you doing?
But guess what happened? They made the NBA Finals. Kyrie and Love got hurt, like you said. They lost.
Yeah.
The next year they started 31-13, and they fired him.
Yep.
You talking about Lou or Black?
No, Black. That's when they brought Tyronn Lue in, because Tyronn Lue was on the staff.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, I want Lou.
Yep.
Lou my guy. And then you find
after they made the finals.
It don't make no fucking sense to me, yo. I don't be getting this shit.
And the only thing I can say about that is Black came from Europe, so maybe there was like some of that, like, we don't respect you or you ain't did it here. Like maybe there was some of that going on.
I can see that.
But
I can see that.
Yeah, but they hired Lou. They won the title, and then as soon as they won the title, like the first thing you heard was like, "Well, he fulfilled his promise. Like he ain't got to stay there now."
Yeah, it's like now him and Magic playing footsie. Him and Magic playing footsie.
That's crazy.
So the one thing I will give LeBron credit for, the one thing I will give him credit for, is that he does play out his contract. Like,
big time.
Yeah. He doesn't ask for a trade like Kevin Durant does.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't try to leave early. Yeah, so I give him credit for that. But that's the problem within itself, is that if you're the other star player on the team, you got to think about your career now. So you're like, why am I going to stay when I know he out of here? And a lot of those times he had no trade clauses.
Yeah.
So it's like he's leaving. Like they ain't getting nothing for him.
Nothing. Dog. And my thing is, he traded the whole franchise trade them shit. That's why Pelinka said, look, we're not trading no more of these first round picks for your ass, nigga. We not, I need a guy, we top heavy. Go get this guy. Nigga, fuck all that, nigga. But when you leave, we ain't got nothing to show for it. Because we trading all our assets away to make sure you good.
And do you think Kyrie found out about that firsthand, the hard way? Do you think that Kyrie's career hinged a lot
4 days ago.
What happened?
I just read the article 4 days ago about the Paul George trade. Like, you know what I mean? It was
I remember that shit.
Right after they lost to the Warriors. Like,
I remember that shit.
Dude, what was his name? The dude that ended up in New Orleans is the GM. David Griffin, I think.
Yes, David Griffin. Yep.
Yeah, he went to Kyrie and was like, I don't know the particulars now. So before Roe get all defensive, I'm not trying to say that LeBron did this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that this was LeBron moving dirty. I'm just saying that We won a championship. We went back to the finals. This team went and got Kevin Durant, so ain't nobody gonna beat him.
Come
You
on
know what I
now.
mean? We lost in 5. I think it was 5, or they might have got swept.
He got swept first year.
Yeah, they got swept. And then I wake up and the GM is calling me saying, "Yo, I got a deal for Paul George for you on the table right now." And you're like, "Whoa, me and this dude just came back from 3-1. You know what I'm saying? Both scoring 40. I hit the game winner basically, and you gonna trade me? Like, you know what I'm saying? All right, so Braun, what's up, yo? Like, what's your plans? You know,
I
Braun,
don't know,
like,
bro. I
I
don't know what
can't
I'm gonna
My
do.
commit.
contract up, bro.
I don't know.
Right.
I'm
You know what I
gonna figure
mean?
out in the summer.
So
And I'll
you're
get back with you,
Kyrie.
man.
So you're Kyrie. You're like, okay, yeah. So if you're Kyrie, you're like, I can do this one or two ways. I can get a max,
That's
and
right.
then next year I can ask for a trade,
Like you always say, though. You always say that shit.
or I can get
Word.
it, or I can try to get traded now
Yep.
before we even get to that point. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Like, but like the way that it's portrayed is that Kyrie was this unhappy dude
Yeah.
that wanted out, didn't want to
Come on
commit to
now.
Cleveland. It's
And
like,
that's
no, they
media
tried to
spin.
trade him.
It's media spin, dog. That's what they
You
do.
know what I mean?
And the star didn't have his back.
And the
He was
star
Come on
didn't
gone.
have
now.
his back because if you're LeBron, I mean, think about it, right? The Warriors just went and got Kevin Durant. What good does Kyrie do me? I need somebody else that can guard Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I can't.
You know what I'm saying? And even if I will, you know what I'm saying? I just need another tall ass defender. I don't need another 6'1" dude or whatever. Like, we could put a point guard over there. I need somebody to help me on this wing. Chasing this
Right.
because Kyrie wasn't a defender then, like, you know what I mean? Like, as he is now.
No, he wasn't.
So,
And then
yeah, so
we also does, you know, and then also too, like I said, we only just see one side of things, meaning just what the media portray, you know, puts out there, and what little reports is. Like we don't know what all goes behind the scenes as far as the off the court, the small conversations. We don't know what LeBron is talking to any of these guys. Like
right.
he might have suggested certain things to certain coaches, and certain coaches might just do it in their own way. Like, nah, we're gonna do it this way and this way only. Or they might listen to what a little bit
I
he
agree
said
with you on that.
and say
You're
we're
right,
gonna do
Rose.
this,
You're right.
and they get out there and
You're
do
right.
something different. Same thing with the
You're
players.
right.
You might talk to Russell Westbrook, and Westbrook in the beginning, you gotta think about it. In the beginning, summertime. Oh yeah, we're talking with the friends. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this, do that. Same thing when you first move in with roommates or moving with friends. Everybody gonna pay this, you're gonna pay that. Then when the bills start coming in, everybody start coming up short. This person dirty. This person want to take the trash out. Things change. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's just like you
That's
just
real.
always going on with this one aspect. It's like, oh well, he a bitch just because he do it this way, or just because just because somebody don't do it a certain way, that doesn't mean that it's the wrong way. Everybody have different ways to tend to go. Main reason why back in the '90s with Mike and all, I'm sure it was hard to play with Mike. Just a lot of those players were locked into 10-year
Nigga, it
contracts,
was.
so it was like they couldn't
But
go
see,
nowhere.
but I think there's a difference though. It was hard to play with Mike. Obviously, this is just opinion. It was hard to play with Mike because Mike had such a high standard for everybody. Like Mike
Yeah.
was like, "This is what I do,
Yeah.
and I need y'all to fall in line."
Big fact.
LeBron's hard to play with because you're like, "Oh shit, I missed that three that could have tied the game. Am I getting traded next week?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
I
mean,
mean,
Or
same
blame
with
for that
Kobe.
shit.
Kobe was the same way. Kobe ain't want to fuck with them bucks. You know what I'm saying? Think
Nah,
about
hell
Kobe.
No,
no,
Had no,
Kobe
But
was-
said he ain't gonna pass the ball.
Kobe was honest with you though. Kobe was honest with you
I
though.
mean,
Like I remember,
but Kobe also
I
had
saw an
threatened.
interview. One of those post games or whatever it was, and the person asked Kobe like, like, do you not trust your teammates? Like, there's been moments, whatever. And Kobe looked at that woman dead in her face and said, "You want me to pass the ball to Sasha Medvedenko?"
See
Come
what
on
I'm
now.
saying?
You know
I'm
what
Kobe
I'm
Bryant.
saying?
Nigga. You serious?
like Kobe was honest though.
And
Like,
he
and
said
Mike
it
was
like, yo,
honest.
they're not working as hard as me. They're not in the gym
But
as hard as me.
let's
Like,
let's
so
be
Yeah, like
honest.
if you were like bro, so
come
if
on,
you were
man.
like if you were like, you know what, 2-5, like look, you know, I like doing this. I like when we talk about this, but for real, I don't fuck with you. I'd be like, damn, son, but all right. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? If I came in
All right.
if I came in here 3 weeks later and you know what I'm saying, I was backstage and Mike and Cups are on here like, yeah, man, like bro don't fuck with 2-5 at all. Like that dude said 2-5 on here, he ain't showing up. Like that's a whole different concept. And then we
Right.
get
Difference.
on
Yeah, it is.
camera, and then we get on camera, and you like, hell yeah, 2-5, you my dog.
Definitely.
I feel that. I feel that.
Definitely though.
I feel,
That's
but
what
I'm
it
just
is,
saying. I
though.
just feel like we get on LeBron just because. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like I said, LeBron was chasing rings. Like I said, if you look at Kobe's career, look at after Kobe won that last ring, and once he got the fifth ring, from 2011 on, those teams were horrible. The franchise did nothing to put any more talent around him.
Nobody.
You give credit because
Nobody wanted to play with him.
But he had,
bad.
but you know, like I know, Kobe had every right in his mind. He could have been like, "Yo, I'm trying to be up out of here," like he did before when Shaq left the first time.
Right.
When he demanded, he
definitely.
was like threatening him, like, "Yo, y'all don't do make some changes."
Because I don't think he really wanted to leave.
No,
I think he was satisfied because he already got 2 rings without Kobe. I mean, without Shaq. So I think he was
no. I mean, even back then, though, I don't think he really wanted to leave.
No,
like,
no,
I think that he always.
Yeah, I think it was a PR move.
Yeah. I think he always wanted to be a Laker forever. And,
I think Kobe took pride in having that one squad.
Right, he was putting pressure on them. You know what I mean? Whereas, like with LeBron, you just don't know because there's so many reports coming out of so many places that you gotta feel like I don't know what's true and what's not true.
Right.
But something's happening because
I'm just different though. I draw a line in the sand with niggas. I don't play all that. Oh, you gonna be like to me? I'm just different. Like I make sure that I cultivate my own shit. So for me, I'm gonna have a conversation with you. Like, all right, so is that how you feel, my nigga? Like, so okay, you know what it is. Like, so I know. Then if you say no, everything cool. Okay, everything cool. I'm gonna go with your word. But if it's something else that I detected some bullshit, I'm like, okay, well, I gotta move different now. You know, like
I would just fuck with LeBron. If I was one of LeBron's teammates, I would just fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Like if he told me something like, "Yo, 2-5, like why you been here so late the last couple of days? Like you don't normally stay here this late." I'll say something like, "Oh man, I'm just preparing for my trade to Milwaukee." Like what you mean trade to Milwaukee? Like what you mean trade to Milwaukee? Because I know you've been talking to Genie, motherfucker.
I'm the same way. And I would have said, nigga, I know you talking to Genie. Why you doing that shit to me, nigga?
That's what I just think LeBron too nice.
I'm gonna make sure that shit in your face.
Especially when you talked about Genie, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, Genie ain't topped me off in a couple of months. Like, what you been telling her?
Genie ain't been hitting on nothing since she been running the Lakers.
We gotta make sure we have a conversation, nigga. Like,
that's the elephant in the room.
Beating around the bush and shit. I like to get straight to the real shit, straight to it. And I'm like, yo, why cuz doing that? It's like passive aggressive shit. Like, I'm gonna act like I'm cool with y'all, and they're like D-Lo. I'm acting like, oh, D-Lo, one of the best guys in the league, and then go ahead and trade D-Lo and shit, bro. Like, D-Lo, his time is up. He keeps taking dumbass shots. Like, that's not real nigga shit. I don't fuck with that type of shit.
Yeah, I mean, we can't act like LeBron didn't try and give D'Lo a chance. Like we all saw the replay of D'Lo passing LeBron the ball, LeBron passing it right back. Like, no, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to the first round, though, D'Lo went over 7.
As a leader, niggas know in leadership.
Bad games happen.
You can't go back and forth with niggas. That's what I'm saying. If bad games happen, bad games happen.
You remember LeBron?
First time, I'm gonna keep passing you the ball. That's just who I am. Like, I just know for a fact, I'm not gonna turn on you and say, "Oh, you keep missing shots. Now, fuck you, nigga." Like that, I'm not this type of person. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna either go and practice with you after games, or we're gonna change the whole format. Then be like, nigga, well, you not making shots, so you gotta go with somebody else. We can't.
You remember LeBron's last game in Cleveland the first time?
Before the Heat, no, I don't.
Celtics? When he walked out, put the jersey over there.
Game 6 against the Celtics, he went 7 for 21.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, but he had a triple double. You know what I'm saying? So people were like, "What do you want him to do? He had a triple double." And I'm like, not go 7 for 21 in an elimination game. How about that?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Triple double's cool.
He pussy.
7 for 21's not. You know, but the point being is that he showed you what he was about because he's from Akron. Like Cleveland is his team or whatever. Like I know he was a Laker fan growing up or whatever, but that's his hometown was relying on him. You know what I'm saying? And he took that jersey off and threw it on the floor.
Come on, dog.
You know what I'm saying? He showed you what he was about right then and there.
That's symbolic.
About him.
Symbolic. You know ESPN was watching that shit. He knew that.
And that's the thing. Like he doesn't do anything because he's smart. So he doesn't do anything without thinking of what's going to happen. He knows that what the media is going to report on, what they're going to say. So he does these things on purpose. Like the whole Kevin Love thing. Are you going to fit in or fit out? Like nobody was going to take Kevin Love's side in that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because he's Kevin Love.
A fact.
So as LeBron, like so in some ways he's a bully. And
he is though.
He's manipulative.
Damn.
He is a bully,
bro.
I'm
saying.
He is a bully. He's very
Damn.
passive aggressive, a
Now
bully
you
like
bullying
because
people now.
and
God
and then
damn.
you got
I was about to
Listen,
say, Ruby
bruh,
Roll, you falling
Man,
for
the
that
man
one.
can't.
no,
The
you
man
got
can't.
bruh.
everybody at
The,
your
That
beck
the
and
dude,
call.
that
man.
dude, that dude be sitting up here. They be talking about AD. What he be saying? He be saying basically he be like, I'm trying to give the AD the team. He won't take it.
See,
Damn, he do be saying
You
that shit, bro.
don't
see,
say that shit in public.
at all.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's something for you and AD in the locker room. Yo, I need you. Whatever.
I'm sure he said that plenty of times. It's just
No, that's
sometimes you.
fine, but you don't go to the media with that.
Hey
See,
man,
see,
that's
like with Phil
all these
Jackson,
people.
right? Well, like with Phil Jackson, he's a coach, so he'll go to the media and be like, "Yeah, we got guys on here that they just want to take all the shots and they don't care about doing anything else." And then what happened? Kobe will come out tomorrow and take like 3 shots in the first half,
Yeah.
Right.
and then we'll criticize him like, "Yo, why Kobe ain't being aggressive?" And it's like because Phil put him in that space.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like with LeBron, like this is what he does. Just like with Giannis, like Ro brought up Giannis earlier. The problem with Giannis is that the coach that he got fired was the coach that they hired because that's who he wanted.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We went out and got the dude that you wanted.
Thank you.
That had never been a head coach before.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? And to
Talking
Mike's
about
point
Adrian
about
Griffin.
Yup, and to Mike's
Yeah.
point against
And they
and
got
to
the
Mike's
Terry
point
Stotts
about
nigga for Dame.
yup, and to Mike's point about Darvin Ham, where did Adrian Griffin come from?
Walk.
No, he was on the staff with Nick Nurse when they won that title in Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
See what I'm saying? So you got another champ, just like LeBron, right? You got a champion that's coming in there, but he's never been a head coach before. You're 31 and 13. I think you can afford another month to figure it out.
Definitely.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If things are going wrong or if you feel things aren't up to par, you're 31 and 13. You were right on Boston's ass at that time. You know what I'm saying? Just to finish under 500 when you switch coaches anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
just the basketball.
And they
God.
brought
That's
in
just
Crowder and
that's just
fucking
karma.
Beverly. You know, you stun.
Well, that's where these coaches or these GMs they have to be like, you know what, Giannis, go,
That's what I'm
like,
saying. Go,
go.
bro. Like I'm not
Well,
playing this
Doc
game with you,
Rivers
nigga.
returned this season.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he
already
come back.
back, and he brought in Darvin Ham.
Yeah. And that's the
Yeah.
point.
Oh yeah, he
These
did.
coaches are not
He
proving
did.
that they're really, really good though. It's like, bro, go ahead and go do what you got to do, man. I'm not gonna sit up here and play this.
I mean, imagine if Boston would have fired
Doing.
Missoula
I know
last
what
year.
I'm doing. I've been hired to be the
Right.
coach here, so this is
Right
what I'm
on
gonna
that.
do.
Mhm.
I don't listen to niggas like that. Fuck that shit.
I
Imagine
don't
if
think we would
Boston
have
would have.
done that. I honestly
No,
don't think we would,
but just
unless it would have
imagine
been
they did.
catastrophic.
But just imagine that they did, because now we're giving Missoula credit because y'all won the title, but y'all also brought in Drew Holiday, Porzingis. So I don't know what was Missoula and what wasn't.
Xavier
Like y'all were
Tillman
just destined to win the title this year.
Right.
being a better team.
Y'all were going to win the title regardless.
But like I said though, to give Missoula
You,
credit, he won't call them dumbass timeouts. He won't messing around putting dumbass lineups
yeah,
out there. He brought guys
yeah,
along slow.
and,
So to give him
and he
credit on
made
that
Jason
sense,
Tatum watch the
he
Dark Knight.
improved. He didn't improve like a
We've
championship coach,
damn.
but he improved with a great team.
We've had 3 different coaches in the last 6 years, but none of them was like LeBron related. All of them was honestly, well, one of our coaches set themselves down. Like one of them just like fucking honorably
But
discharged himself from the
he was
team. Was like,
treated unfairly. He was treated unfairly because I think Brad Stevens is a great coach. But
Me
then
too.
also at the same time that Brad Stevens left, what were people telling me? Tatum's young, Brown's young. You gotta let him grow. So why the fuck y'all blaming the coach then?
Yeah, real talk.
because of the Kyrie thing. I'm telling you, bro. It was the Kyrie thing. He was supposed to be able to elect a leader. And he elected the wrong leader.
Who was he supposed to elect?
I don't know.
This was a dude that hit
Again,
the game-winning shot in the finals in
that
Game
just show
7.
you these coaches don't coach. Men are not men anymore. Like they walk around and let other people who got more money than them tell them what to do or more status. It's like, no, nigga, I'm
Right.
here to do a job. So I'm gonna do my job to the best of my ability, whether you like
Stand
it or
on what
not.
you stand on and just live with the result.
That's it.
Right.
That's how I move
I
every day.
want Kyrie to be the captain. If it don't work, fire me.
Flat
But
out.
Right.
that's
Flat
my
out. I'm the same
captain.
way. I'm riding it out.
You know, said this man hit the game winner, Game 7, came back from 3-1, scored 41 points in the NBA Finals game, who the hell else supposed to be the leader? Al Horford that ain't never done nothing?
Exactly. Come on, man. What are we talking
We
about?
could at least have Kimball Walker step up for fuck's sake. I mean,
Yeah,
Nobody
seriously,
want
though.
him
What are we talking
anyway,
about
though.
here?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I believed in Kimball Walker, Kyrie wouldn't be here.
we tried them both. We tried all that shit, bro.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But Kyrie also got hurt.
He did get
You know what I
hurt.
mean? So like, what if he plays that series against Cleveland that first year? They win because it went 7. You
It
know what I'm
did.
saying? They win that series. Now you're talking about the Celtics in the NBA Finals against the Warriors.
3
You know what I
finals
mean?
appearances would have been fucking crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. But we'll never know because
Yeah.
you know, dumb shit. You know what I
Coach
mean?
has got
And
a coach,
then
We would
man.
be,
That's
bro.
my
3 finals
motto
appearances.
to
We would
y'all.
be talking about this team as one of the best teams of this decade, like after the Warriors.
I mean, they still are.
They still
Like,
are,
I mean,
though.
they still are.
For
You
the
know what I mean?
appearances.
Now that they got the title, because
Yeah.
Toronto, you know, they only went the one time.
And like
You know,
your comp jump was perfect with the Utah Jazz. Like it's like, okay, are we gonna be the Jazz or we're gonna get over the top? And because you got to think the Utah Jazz were there so many times, or you like the Bills, with the NFL,
Yeah.
like they're still prominent. They're still figures in the sense of they didn't seal the deal. That's it. Like,
I
but you
mean,
still gotta give them
basically
credit for
since
getting there.
2020, outside of Milwaukee, it's been either Boston or Miami.
Yeah, literally. Adam said it today. He was like, "Yo, why niggas acting like the Heat ain't been there the last couple of years? Either been the Heat or Boston. That's it.
That's it.
Nobody's making no noise."
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the problem. You know what I mean? So now, but because it wasn't good enough. Now, they probably would have got a title before now. Because what up?
Yo,
What it do?
what up,
You
Foolie?
smoke
What it
weed
do?
every day.
Lethal, what up, fool?
You know what I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Illegitimate 1 and 2 Oracle.
But if Ime was there, they might have won the title before this year.
Yeah, real talk.
Man, goddamn email.
You seen what he did with Houston?
R.I.P. to email.
You know
Yeah,
what
for
I'm
sure.
saying?
RIP to my man, bro. I don't want to say RIP because he about to be the Phoenix in Houston, but I just
Man, the way
Brad Stevens,
the way they
I
just tried to
think
do
he
my
felt like
man,
he was
like,
really doing the noble thing because I think we could have won with Ime. I mean, I think Ime and I'm not gonna say there was a difference, but our team just got better. It continued to get better regardless of Ime or who
Right.
the head coach was. Our roster
Right.
continued to get better.
And think about it like this. Think about it like this. Jason Tatum got hurt on one of the first plays of the game of Game 7 last year. Y'all were in
Yep.
position to be the first
Ankle
team to come
twist.
back from 0-3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real talk.
That I mean,
Yeah.
just think about how that would have, even if y'all would have lost the finals, just having that on the resume.
Resume
You know
is
what I mean?
crazy.
Yeah.
I wish
It's a
I
game
knew
of
I
inches,
would've
right?
done what Ime mess around with.
Literally though.
Dog.
Literally.
So
Did she keep her
Hell
job?
yeah.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, she kept her job. They ain't gonna
Like
fire
that
that white
about-
girl.
Ain't that about a bitch?
And she was
You know what
somebody's
I'm
wife
saying?
too, wasn't she? She was like the
Yeah,
VP's
she was-
wife
she
or
was,
something like that.
yeah, she was one of the senior executive wives.
Yeah, they ain't
Damn.
firing
Who was,
her.
oh yeah. She was just getting fucked on too. Just, that's a little
Yeah.
dot.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Play
Just
with that
like
ass
hell,
now.
you know what I'm saying? You talking about motherfuckers getting fired.
They ain't release her name.
You talking
They
about
ain't release
motherfuckers
her
getting
name.
fired.
They
You know what
never
I'm
do
saying?
though. That's what they do.
Kelly Stafford need to go sit her ass on down somewhere
That's
too.
why you can't fall for the banana in the tailpipe with this media shit. Like I'm sitting up here like again, I don't watch ESPN, I don't watch First Take, and I'm like, bro, all these lame ass shit they doing, bro. It's disgusting to me because the legacy and what I watch ESPN and what I used to really hold them in high regard. It's like to see them now. It's like what the fuck are they doing? The
Yeah.
programming is so
Politics.
ass, yo.
There's too many people. There's too many topics they're trying to talk. There's too many. Stephen A. done got too big headed. They didn't get him too
Well,
much.
you
control.
saw what he want, right?
I'm gonna
What
say
you
his
say,
contract
20
up again.
They
20
talking
plus,
about that
right?
man asking for 25.
25?
He wants
Is he hold on?
25.
Is Stephen A. worth 25?
Nobody's
Well-
worth 25.
That's why I said
Well,
nobody.
well,
goddamn it, I don't think nobody
And
worth
Stephen A.
25.
He
Hell
gonna
no.
look at it like
He's
like
not
being
that
number one
good,
pick, all
man.
these, yeah. I feel you. I feel you coming from.
He's
but
not, but the problem is
the
that
numbers
like I
say
always
different.
say, yeah, as I always say, we don't control our remotes. Like you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
right.
we don't demand these political parties give us better candidates. We don't demand that the NFL not put playoff games on Peacock. We don't
100%.
demand that Madden make a good video game. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? Like
Because honestly, I ain't
niggas
gonna lie to you.
gonna
When
pay.
when I do glance at First Take, and if Stephen A. not like put it this way, if it's not like the normal faces like a Stephen A. now, of course Shannon or whatever, but if it was just some low tier people. I don't even get that thing 30 seconds. Like, I ain't
See,
even
and
gonna lie
that's
to
your
you.
fault.
Like,
You know what I'm
They
saying? Because I
put
can
they
do
put
better.
Austin Rivers on that shit.
it's hard. Yeah,
Another
like I
Duke
said, like
alumni.
I'm
No,
not
I
listening
used
to
to
all that
love
Rivers
him
shit.
back
don't
in
know
the day
shit
when it
about
was
basketball, man.
I used to love it back in the day when they had just like Jay Will and Max on there.
Yeah, me
Yeah, I do like
too.
that too. Yeah, I like that too.
You
Jalen
know what I
and
Max
mean?
Kobe.
Kellerman. Shout out to Max Kellerman.
Shout out to Max
I had to
Kellerman for
grow into
sure.
Max though. I didn't like Max at first. I had to grow into him.
I love Max, man, because
I
I
love
mean,
Max
like
I
Kellerman
I
too.
he Max said a lot of idiotic things. He's a very smart dude that says
The
idiotic things,
ravine though,
but but
the
he stands
slope,
on his belief though.
Yeah, I like the way
No,
he's on
he
the radio
stood
and
on the
stuff.
Tom Brady cliff.
the
He
Tom
stood
Brady
on
cliff.
that
The cliff
cliff
was wild.
up
He was
until
on a long.
The ravine,
2022.
bro.
I
You
mean, he
gotta
didn't have a reason.
even
He
though
didn't
he's an
have a
idiot.
reason not to though. Like you know what I mean? Like who like in their right minds? You know what I'm saying? Who really thought Tom Brady was gonna just start winning all these Super Bowls or whatever after a certain point? Like everybody falls off.
Nah,
Well,
he
Bruh.
had
Tom
to.
Brady was
After a
just the
certain point,
exception.
I
Tom
don't
Brady
think
was
I
just the
feel
that.
you.
exception.
But
No,
after a
I don't know
certain
though. I
point,
mean,
bro,
me personally, again, I used to be a Brady hater for real, for real. So to me, I never thought they lost because of Brady. I just feel like they just didn't have no
never.
fucking talent. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not
Like I
even
never
about
thought like,
that.
oh, Brady was the one they lost. Like, no, they don't have no fucking talent. So I'm like, yeah, they fucking up. Like, you got the Broncos with Peyton and shit. Like, so Peyton got on a better team. I just think that Brady realized, look, I gotta give me a better team. I'm still me. I think he
No,
Come
solidified
on, bro.
himself with that. And I'm
no,
gonna
for
tell you,
me,
not
it's
even
not even
Tampa though.
about
It's not
that.
Tampa. It's that last year he solidified himself to me because that team didn't belong nowhere near the fucking playoffs, dog.
Right.
Nowhere
That
Right.
New England
near.
team, hell yeah.
That last New England
Yeah.
team,
2019,
bro,
we were
nowhere
Yeah.
ass.
near. That to
Right.
me was his best season. Not as a pro, I'm saying like it solidified
Right.
him to
Right.
me.
Right.
And then coming into the Tampa Bay shit, like, okay, yeah, he really would
Well,
need this shit for
well,
real.
no,
For
for
real.
me, it wasn't
It's no
even about
deniable.
any of that. It's just hard to
Undeniable,
win in the
dog.
NFL. That's all. You know what I mean? So, like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody has done what he did. So, I mean,
Mhm.
it's easy to say that somebody can't do something that's never been done.
Yeah.
And
You
you
know what I'm
all
saying?
already know, man. Hey, fucking LAR way with that fucking when they were ranking the top Super Bowl champions, he was like, all those Brady teams weren't turned up like that. I'm like, bro,
Just like, bro,
who
if
else? We
if
for one,
if
obviously
I
the
sat
list
up
is
here,
tainted because the Chiefs and the Mahomes teams weren't all 1 through 4 or 1 through 3 on the list. Obviously, the list is tainted, but it's just like, bro, like, well, for all of the teams that they had up there, that bro, all of our teams were good teams.
if
What do niggas, bro?
if the Chiefs
I
don't
don't
if
even
the
want to get
Chiefs
started
don't
on that.
win,
What this
if the
nigga
Chiefs
want
don't
from a
win,
nigga?
if the Chiefs don't win one of the next 5 Super Bowls, and somebody says, "Yo, it's over for Patrick Mahomes," like, you know what
That's
I
just not
mean?
true.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's all
No,
that happened with Brady.
what I think it is, I think the fact that it's Big Red, bro. Like, I look at Andy Reid as being the key. I want to see Patrick
Definitely,
For
Mahomes
sure.
without Andy Reid. I
definitely,
don't think Patrick
definitely.
Mahomes is that good without Andy Reid. I just don't.
I can't go that far, but no, but I
That's what I
He's
definitely
think,
think
bro.
electrifying. I don't think he has the
I
team success. Like if he was to be
no,
drafted, like if the
no, I
Chicago
don't see it.
Bears would have been like, okay, fuck Mitchell Trubisky, we're gonna jump up and get Patrick Mahomes.
Tom Brady might not
I
have a
don't
ring
think
with the
the
Bears.
Chicago
That's
I
I
Bears.
think that
mean,
Andy Reid
way
is
to
the
pick the
real
worst
sauce,
example
bro.
possible.
Andy Reid is the real sauce.
But that's
I
the
think
draft that
Mahomes is
he came
talented as a
from. That's
fool.
the draft that he came from. I'm just saying. They drafted Deshaun Watson, Mitchell
Right, but what if he
Trubisky.
went to the Texans with DeAndre Hopkins?
So it wouldn't be
We
that.
seen what Deshaun Watson looked
It
like,
wouldn't be
and
Super
Deshaun Watson
Bowls.
almost beat him in the playoff game.
Deshaun Watson not as good as Patrick Mahomes and
You
never
making my
has
point
been.
2-5. That's not
Well,
Super
I
Bowls.
wouldn't, bro. Deshaun Watson was an MVP candidate at one point when he was
He
in with the
was.
Houston
That don't mean
Texans.
he was as good.
What your
There was
Josh
O'Brien
Allen
nothing
is
that
an
said?
Deshaun
MVP.
Watson could
Josh
not
Allen
do.
is an MVP candidate too, and he ain't as good as Patrick
Deshaun
Mahomes.
Watson definitely turned up the Texans. He turned them up.
All the
He
way up.
did.
Nigga
With
turned to
with
now he
O'Brien
turned to
though.
a
O'Brien is
slob now. He
trash.
ain't had no shit.
O'Brien has done nothing in the NFL. Zero. Not one
Who,
thing.
who's
Had the
done
GM
nothing?
job and
Bill
the head
O'Brien.
coach job. He ain't done nothing.
Oh, Bill O'Brien, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So like what if he gets drafted to the Texans,
All
you
right.
think Patrick Mahomes gonna take that team to the Super Bowl?
When he win 8 games at Boston College this year, I ain't trying to hear it.
Damn.
games. I ain't trying to hear it.
2-5.
At Boston College, baby. At Boston.
The unorthodox statistician. You hit me with the combo. I thought it was going left. I thought it was
All
going
I'm saying
left.
is, yeah, I mean,
Out of nowhere with that
that's
shit.
all right though. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. I mean, I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm gonna say is I'm putting more respect on Tom name. I think that niggas want to get Tom out of here so quickly. It's like the same way they do with Joe Montana. I think niggas skipped over Joe Montana, like, bro.
I
like,
don't
Joe
think
ain't
it's
really
that
did,
though.
but
I
y'all
don't
gotta
think it's
relax.
that.
I just think that it's Tom, it's Joe, it's other guys that been there. You know, we gotta let those guys marinate a little longer.
I don't think it's
Patrick
that
Mahomes
though,
has
Mike.
had great success, but he
I
hasn't really.
don't think that's it. I don't think that's it though, because like with Jordan, for example, right? And LeBron.
Bruh, no. I'm gonna stop you right away. I'm gonna stop you real quick. 2-5. Nobody's Jordan.
No, I know. That's not even where I'm going.
I'm just saying.
See you doing the LeBron thing. Let it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's Jordan.
Be patient.
So you say anything
Be
about
patient.
Jordan? Nobody's Jordan. Nobody.
No,
So
what
you
I'm
say
saying
Jordan,
is, as soon as people felt that LeBron had an argument, they just tried to be like, get Jordan out of here, get Kobe out of here. Let's just clear way. Nobody, I haven't heard anybody say Tom Brady is not the GOAT. I've heard nobody say that Tom Brady doesn't deserve any of the credit that he gets. People just say, yo, this dude came through early in his career, got 3 Super Bowls, won 2 MVPs. That's just wow. And then Tom Brady fans are just like, no, don't give nobody else no credit.
Well,
So it's a difference.
what I think
Like they're offended that somebody's getting credit. Nobody is even saying that Patrick Mahomes is better than Tom Brady. They're just like, y'all ain't sucking my dude's dick no more, and I'm upset.
No, I think the Super Bowls have been inflated.
Nah, that's so.
We know for a fact that Patrick Mahomes and the Super Bowls have not been as good. That's the point.
You're right. You're right.
I think that you can't compare Brady and Mahomes because when Brady in the Super Bowl, he hasn't really had no duds.
Because you're changing the conversation from what I said. First of all,
I'm
talking. I brought up MVPs. I brought up
MVP. No, you're not wrong. I'm saying what they're saying. I said they're trying to put Mahomes.
Okay. Yeah.
No, but people.
That's different. It's
but nobody. I haven't heard anybody. I don't know who these people are that are denying that Tom Brady is the GOAT. That Tom Brady, is dominant. XYZ, whatever. Blah blah blah. Tom Brady's retired. Patrick Mahomes is playing now, and people are upset that we're not talking about a dude that doesn't play anymore.
No, I just don't like the revisionist history. I just don't like the revisionist history.
It's like, no, you know what happened to me one day? I'm gonna tell you why I'm so passionate about this, right? So we were talking about how LeBron had the 8-point finals game, right? And Raph was like, but don't nobody talk about when Larry Bird had an 8-point game in the finals. And because that was like 40 years ago. Why am I just bring up a random thing from 40 years ago to bring up? Like,
that's
I
what Shannon
ain't
Sharp
do that.
Man, Cornbread won the finals MVP. Nigga, come on, man. You won't even.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that was 40 years ago. Ain't nobody talking about. So like with Tom Brady, I guess it's the fact that he's still so fresh because he hasn't been retired that long. You know what I mean? But
and
like
he beat Mahomes.
But I know he did. But if Patrick Mahomes only had 1 Super Bowl, then I don't think any of this would take place. But he started for 6 years. He's 3-1 in the Super Bowl. So I don't think it's crazy to be like, yo, how many Super Bowls could this dude win? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But like Brady fans are like, no, like Brady won 7 of them. Because even Cups, he be like, tell that man to have 2 Hall of Fame careers, 3 Hall of Fame careers, and all this kind of stuff like that. And it's like, but even as a Jordan fan, it's not like, if somebody was trying to compare to Jordan, you wouldn't be like, tell that man to retire, come back, and then it's just like all this bullshit for no reason because nobody is saying that Tom Brady's not the greatest. Like that's the issue that I have. If people are out here saying, yo, Patrick Mahomes has passed Tom Brady, then I get all the reaction and all that stuff. But just to be like, yo, the dude has been starting for 6 years. He's made the AFC Championship game at least every year of his career. Had it at home until this year. Got 2 league MVPs, 3 Super Bowl MVPs. I don't think it's crazy to be like, yo, let's give this dude some props.
Okay, so let me ask you.
The only thing, my bad, Mike P. The only thing that I really disagree with again is the revisionist history. Is because we after this most recent championship, it's like, oh, did Patrick Mahomes have the greatest start to a career? And I'm just like, bro, we still have to
Yes.
remember. It's like we still have to remember.
If
We still have to remember. My nigga still had done everything that Mahomes has done except for throw
the
50,000
MVPs.
yards and win MVPs.
But that's what
So
I'm
it's
saying.
like-
But that matters. Like it's not like Mahomes threw for 4,000 yards and Brady didn't, and we're like, yo, he threw for more yards. The motherfucker won league MVP his first year as a starter.
Because he had the
It don't matter
skill
why he did it.
to do.
It don't
So
matter
again,
why he did it.
Let me ask you this, Tupac. Do you think Patrick Mahomes is comparable to Brady?
No. I think he's more exciting. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a better improviser.
So that's
But
why
I can't say that he's better than Tom Brady or that he's, you know what I mean? Whatever.
So
I
that's
can't,
why
I
people
can't
have
say
a
that.
problem. So I'm gonna tell you why, because that's the same thing people say about Tatum. He's so accomplished. So it's like, okay, you know for a fact Tatum's
he's
not
not.
nowhere near Jordan or LeBron or Kobe or nobody else, but he's so accomplished. Why is he?
But he's not.
In the NBA.
But he's not.
He been to the finals how many times?
Twice. How many
Twice?
MVPs he got?
He has none.
How many defensive players a year he got?
He has none.
That's what I'm saying. He's not. The team
But
is accomplished.
he's the conference finals a lot of times. And
the team did that. The team did that.
He's the leader of the team.
The team did. Is
only
he?
26. So
I was told Marcus Smart was the leader of the team.
Oh hell no! We know Marcus.
See, we talking about two different. We talking about two different things. We're talking about two different things, though. The best player isn't always the leader.
I'm just telling you why niggas say that, though. Niggas say that for a reason because they look at guys on a trajectory. Oh shit, why can't he be that next guy? Why can't? Because you're not that next guy.
If Jason Tatum, if this was Jason Tatum's third title that they just won, and people were like, "Yo, is he better than Kobe?" I would say, "Hell no, he's not." But
look what Lethal just said.
Could he? I ain't listening to Lethal. Lethal just learned how to tie his shoes yesterday. I ain't listening to nothing this dude got to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you left it up to Lethal, he would tell you that AR-15 is better than Joe Montana. Like, I'm not fucking with Lethal right now.
Who had the quicker 40 time? Who had that quicker 40 time?
You my dude, Lethal, but I ain't fucking with you right now. You know, if I leave it up to Lethal, if I leave it up to Lethal, he'll tell me DeAndre Hopkins better than Jerry Rice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
have a real motherfucking shit to say to him, like, God damn, nigga, really?
Yeah, but see, I think, but I think that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are close enough that I don't even need to have that argument. Like, you know, but like, no, but Patrick Mahomes is not better than Tom Brady. He has not surpassed Tom Brady. He's not in the same category as Tom Brady. You know, any of that stuff.
Okay.
But he's right there. Because if we're just going off of if we're just going off of rings, right? He's one ring behind Montana right now, who was the GOAT before Brady was considered the GOAT, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He has one less playoff win than Joe Montana had for his whole career right now.
Okay.
So if he wins 2 playoff games this season coming up, he is the second all-time winningest quarterback in the playoffs. If they win the Super Bowl this year, he's the first quarterback to three-peat.
Okay.
Like, it's not crazy. It's not like, as long as people aren't saying that Mahomes is better, I don't have a problem with it. It's not crazy to be like, damn, like, look at what this dude is doing. And it doesn't take away from what Brady is doing, what Brady has done. It doesn't take any of that away. It's okay to give other people credit. Like, just like, you know that little meme that be going around? Like, yeah, like, yo, do you like mango? And it's like, yeah, I like mango. It's like, why don't you like apples? Like, I didn't say that. Like, that's what we doing right now. Like give that dude some credit. He doing like we got Lamar Jackson in the league who's got 2 MVPs, including one unanimous who has never played in a Super Bowl. We got Josh Allen, who has not played in the Super Bowl. You got Joe Burrow who
No
played in one.
MVPs.
You got no, but the point is these dudes are out here, like, you know what I mean? So it's not like everybody's doing the same thing and Mahomes just happens to be the
Well,
best.
let me ask you
Like the
this.
same way, just hold on real quick, this last thing. Like the same way that we say Patrick Ewing didn't win on Jordan's watch and like all this and all. Josh Allen ain't winning on Patrick Mahomes' watch. Lamar Jackson ain't won on Patrick Mahomes' watch.
So do you think Terry Bradshaw is a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes?
No.
He has 4 championships.
Terry Bradshaw might not be a better quarterback than me.
That's my point. So again, why are we comparing guys who have good resumes?
We're not. We're not.
You compared his resume to Tom Brady and said
No.
No.
People. No.
I just don't think that he's not on the same elk.
Because you're not telling the truth right now. What happened was because what people did was, yo, we're witnessing something great right now. Oh my goodness, look at what this dude is doing right now. Tom Brady fans came through and was like, don't forget about my boy. So it's not as if people were just like, yo, Patrick Mahomes is better than Peyton Manning or Patrick Mahomes is like da 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 da. Like people were just like, yo,
they
look at
have
what this
to.
dude.
They've said that shit.
No, you might have heard like one dude like Adam say that, but that ain't the general consensus.
The general consensus is that Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback ever.
I have not heard that. I've not heard
that on
that.
TV.
I've heard people say.
Ask Nick Wright. Ask Max Kellerman.
Bro, I'm telling you,
Nick Wright is from Kansas City. Nick Wright is from Kansas City. Like you got to look at the source on some of these things. Like I'm still waiting for Lethal to show me the person that picked the Texans to go to the Super Bowl.
I'm not saying nothing against you because what you're saying is perfectly fine. You're saying the real shit. What I'm saying is the public opinion. That's why Brady fans get so like, yo, what the fuck y'all niggas talking about? Like, bro, we have to make sure we see this through. We can't just let this guy come in and just get all the glory and say, oh, he's the best guy ever. The most talented we never seen. He's transcended. It's like, nigga, he's a good quarterback on a great team.
I have heard
like Terry Bradshaw. I
have heard people say that Patrick Mahomes. I have heard people say that Patrick Mahomes has had the best start to his career for a quarterback. I've heard people say that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody say. I have not heard anybody say, or anybody that's worth listening to say, Patrick Mahomes is better than Tom Brady.
So it's Nick right now.
Bro, y'all said, bro.
No,
y'all
he's from Kansas City.
I agree.
They've said in the hot box.
And Nick Wright is one of those LeBron dudes, so I definitely don't listen to nothing he says.
Me either. I'm the same way. I appreciate it. I'm like, nah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like Max Kellerman don't know nothing about football. Like, you know what I mean? Like Nick Wright is from Kansas City. Now, if Mike Dicker got on TV and said that Mahomes was better,
yeah,
I would listen. You know, and be like, what the hell? You know what I mean? If Bill Parcells or Jimmy Johnson said that, yo, I think Mahomes is better than Tom Brady, I would listen and be like, yo, what they talking about? But if Nick Wright says it and he grew up in Kansas City and that's his team, I don't care what Nick Wright got to say.
And do we really think it's his team though? I don't think he was there for the Trent Green shit. He was there for the Elvis Gerback. I don't think he was there for that shit. I don't think he was there for the Priest Holmes era. I don't think he was there for that shit.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying.
That's why I don't fuck with niggas like that. Them niggas on TV be lying, bro. I don't fuck with them.
If some people are saying this stuff, you got to take into account who's saying it, and not everybody is worth a response or acknowledgement.
No, and I don't think that Brady is threatened. I don't think Brady fans are threatened. I'm just as a Jordan fan. I don't think that LeBron threatens.
Do you understand, Mike? Do you understand that since Patrick Mahomes just won this Super Bowl, Cups is taking cholesterol medicine? Like, did you know that? Like, this man is fighting for his life.
I am fighting for my life. I am fighting for my life. I've been fighting every day.
Yo, I was minding my business.
A lot of niggas with that Brady shit. Personally.
Yo, I was minding my business. I was trying to get y'all to talk about the NBA draft one day, This man came through with a meme about Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, and this was just 3 days ago. You know
That
what I'm
nigga
saying?
he diabolical. He the same way as me. I don't let up, bro. Like I said, bro. Anytime niggas want to have that debate, bro, I'm ready.
Hey, nah,
Lethal,
thing,
lethal,
bro. Niggas
lethal,
already know.
Anytime niggas want to have that
lethal
Jordan debate, I'm
already,
ready. I don't give a
lethal.
fuck when, where, nigga. Hey, it don't matter, dog.
Hey,
I have my
lethal
Jordan
already
arms, nigga.
showed me.
Look, whenever you want to
Lethal
do it.
already showed me his design for his AR-15 is greater than AR-12 shirt.
Oh my
This
god.
nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Bro, it's coming,
this
bro. I'm
this is the
telling
type
you.
of shit we
It's
dealing with.
coming.
Have to, man. Hey, you gotta pick a side in life. You gotta pick
You
a
know
side in
what I'm
life, man.
saying?
Look, if you stay
You
on
know
the
what I'm saying?
sideline, if you stay in the middle, you lukewarm, you ain't shit. So you gotta pick a
You know what I'm
side and
saying?
stand on
But
that
but
shit,
then
dog.
but then when I say that a dude is shooting like 40 or like less than 40% in the
Oh no, you're
finals
right.
and he ain't show up. No, I ain't talking about Jason Tatum. I ain't gonna say the name of who I'm talking about. Y'all know who
Oh
I'm
no,
talking
say
about.
the name.
But you know, but when I say this dude shooting 38% in the finals, and
Kobe.
no, he won 3 series to get to the finals and only won 3 other playoff series the rest of his career. So he's
Mm,
overrated to me. Y'all look at
mm,
me like I'm
Oh,
crazy.
Allen Iverson.
Yeah,
I knew it.
mm.
that
Well, look,
man
I
for the
mean,
whole rest of his career won as many series as he won that one
I'll
year.
say this to defend my nigga Allen from VA from 757. Shout out to Rowe. To me, Allen just meant more to the culture more or less than just he like just basketball in general. Like
Yeah, and that was the point that I made.
Bubba Chuck was a thing. Like that was like he was a better player, football player than he was a basketball player. So it's like to me, statistically he wasn't really that good, but his impact, bro. Like
Right, right,
he
right.
played with George Lynch, nigga. I'm watching Aaron McKee and Eric Snow
Todd
and Matt
McCullough.
Geiger, nigga. I'm looking like and Tyrone Hill ugly ass. I'm like, nigga, these niggas are bums, my nigga. Like Mutombo was like on the down end. Like Mutombo was an all-star. You know, he was probably defensive player of the year with them niggas, but he was a
Yeah.
nigga with Atlanta Hawks. I remember watching Mutombo with them niggas in Denver. I'm not watching Mutombo with, you know what I'm saying? Like he played with Theo Ratliff and like it just
Yeah.
wasn't to me it wasn't never those guys. It wasn't Kobe and Shaq. It wasn't, even Jason Kidd with the net. Like he didn't play with those guys that just had that better talent. Even Vince Carter, with that team with the Raptors, like they were solid too.
Yo,
Even
speaking of
so,
ugly ass dudes, like, did y'all see Birdman the other day?
no,
Man.
Y'all saw that video?
I didn't see Birdman though. Birdman, bro, that nigga.
I know Cup seen it. I know Cup seen it.
Birdman, though, that
You
nigga.
you,
That
you seen
nigga
that
got
video, bro?
he need
No
Yeah, I seen it, man.
disrespect
That
to
dude
reading
Birdman
books.
wild, man.
No
this nigga
disrespect.
Birdman so bro.
No
Like,
No, look,
disrespect to
look,
what's wrong with
books,
that
bro.
nigga?
look,
Books are
look,
cool,
look. Hey,
bro.
Mike,
What's wrong with him?
I got
Mike,
power.
look, this dude was at the jail talking to the inmates, and he said, "What can I do to help y'all?" And they said, one of them said, "Well, we need some more literature up in here, like, you know what I mean." And my man says,
Mhm.
"Don't disrespect the books. How that's gonna help you?"
What?
No disrespect to reading
Nigga,
books.
what?
Don't disrespect the reading books. What's that gonna do for you?
What?
I got the power to help y'all niggas, bro. Tell me what y'all need. We need books, Birdman.
He's talking about
after
contraband.
that, after that shit, I would have been like a conjugal visit with Tony.
Yeah, for
Hell yeah,
sure.
fuck it, yeah. At this point, bro, just set up a
Hey,
conjugal, bro.
Tony break me
Set
off,
up a
bro.
conjugal, bro. It could be a
The fuck?
$40 jump you got off the block 2 blocks away,
This
bro.
nigga,
Just give me a set up a conjugal, bro. If
he's
it's
trying to get
fuck
the
the books,
contraband of
bro,
his
just
shit.
set up the conjugal, bro. Fuck it. I don't care who it's with.
That nigga tripping, dog. He got to get right in his act.
Yeah,
Birdman
No,
been a
man.
that
wild
shit
nigga
was
for a
that
minute
shit
too.
was heinous activity, bro. This nigga said fuck the books. No disrespect the books, bro, but what's that gonna do for you, bro?
Yeah,
That
nigga,
was crazy
a lot.
business.
Look, Freeway Ricky Ross got off on reading books, nigga. He got off. They never thought he would come back home.
Yeah.
Crazy business,
He
bro.
got himself off. That's why Rick Ross stole his name. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like, yo, he ain't never coming home, nigga. That
That's
nigga
just some
at home
wild
right
shit to
now,
say to
chilling.
somebody though. Like, how this book gonna help you?
Because honestly,
Knowledge,
that's the
nigga.
bare
Knowledge is
minimum. It's
power.
like if you're telling me like fuck books because it's not gonna help your situation, at this point you might as well let me out. Like you might as well give me a pardon or something. Like if I can't get
Some
Brooks,
bail, nigga.
like
Shit,
unless
bail
you're
me
gonna bring
out
me
or
like a
something.
cell phone, like
Get me
what
out,
the
nigga.
fuck
Yeah,
is we talking about?
give me a little cell phone or something, nigga. Something.
Yeah.
Something.
See, if he'd have said some money, he'd have been like, Hey, I got you, Playboy. You heard me?
Yeah, like,
Like,
bro.
I
you know
got
what I'm
you.
saying?
Why in the commentary? Like, if you're not gonna give me a book, bro, I need to make sure, bro, give me eat the stipend or something. You know what
If
I'm
you're gonna say
saying?
some dumbass shit like that, at least be like, "Hey, yo, cut the cameras real quick."
Yeah, real
Yeah,
talk.
like,
You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
That nigga sick.
That man
That nigga-
straight
that
up.
Birdman probably wasn't even ready for that shit, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's like, what's up with these celebrities? It's like, bro, because I think I'm pretty sure Birdman was thinking like niggas gonna be like, get me out, and he'll be like, yeah, I can get you out because it's like it sounds good, but he knows it's gonna take like a process or something that he can't do right
Right.
then and there. But
Yeah.
books are something that's tangible. It's like, oh damn, I gotta show something for this. It's like, man,
Yeah, that
fuck a
was like that
book, bro.
conversation I had with Cups. I'm like, I can't give you no milk. You already got high cholesterol. You know what I'm saying? How that's going to help you?
Oh,
How
shit.
that's going to help you? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, man, we don't reach that 2 hour and 20 minute mark, man, in this here motherfucking hot box. It is Friday evening, so y'all already know, man. The hot box will be back on Sunday evening. You can
Oh,
catch the
oh,
hot
oh,
box
oh,
every
oh, oh.
Sunday.
I heard tomorrow. I heard tomorrow.
Tomorrow, indeed. Yes, we do have a special guest. We
Tomorrow,
do have a
I
special
love
guest
you.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I'm so sorry that we were unable to hook up tonight, but tomorrow night we have a special hot box that is out of schedule. It will be a Saturday night smoke fest. So please, 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 we have a special guest. Please make sure you tap in tomorrow night,
Bring that dank.
6:30 p.m. for Mental Health Month and Cost of Living segment. Please make sure y'all come through for that jump, man. I am Styrofoam Ralph. This has been Cups and the Gang live from the motherfucking hot box. I have my dog, DJ Mike P, Dakota Mike,
Hey man,
tapping
shout
into
out
the
to Angel
motherfucking
Reese.
hot box with us,
Shout out to
man.
Angel Reese. You heard?
Shout
Yes,
out
sir.
to Angel Reese.
Baltimore.
You already know I got my dog, Pats Nation, Rumi Rowe
Yes,
in the
sir. Yes,
motherfucking building.
sir. Y'all be
Yes, sir.
blessed.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Hell yeah, man. And the one and only one half of Sports Reports as ordered, my dog, 2-5, Mike Will, representing in the building. And you already know, live in the motherfucking booth, my dog, the illegitimate 1 and 2 Oracle, Bleed Blue, Nab Nation, Jay Lethal in the motherfucking building, man. Like I said, you can catch the hot box every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. But tomorrow night, we have a special viewing. Please make sure you be there. Smoke with us next time. We love y'all so much, man.